All right. Welcome to the situation. Welcome to the stream. For all you guys who were here yesterday, I came through on my promise. And we are going to pick up essentially where we left off. Let's see here. I guess the chat can stay up there for now. It said, welcome everybody. Welcome. And whatnot. Seeing a lot of new faces out there. All right, so here's the plan. We're going to go over two videos that'll essentially make up our stream. Trying to catch up over the last week or so. Let's say we went over Phil's mukbang or mukbang yesterday, and went over another video. I can't remember what it was. Oh, it was his post. It was the post his post fundraiser stream, I guess. Just kind of getting the endings out of that. So today we're gonna go over. Let's see here, DSP Unrecorded, because he's been doing a lot of that lately. Unrecorded / recorded Danganronpa solid begging segment, and then him conning or attempting to con somebody out of $200 for doing push-ups. That should be fun. Talked a little bit about that yesterday, but we'll actually get to see it today. And then we're gonna actually have one more video. We're gonna actually go over what's the video called? Actually, I'm sorry, let me pull it up. DSP Presents the Xbox Series X. What a very convenient gift. The pre-stream, which was from July 12th. So those will be the two videos, both of them provided by Ann Lee. The link should be down in the description. There's a third video I was looking for, but I couldn't find it. At least not at the moment. If I do find it, it'll be added to the stream. If not, the next time we decide to have this gathering, we'll make that happen. Let's see. So, I guess without further ado, I guess we can just go ahead and get into it. Let me know if you guys can hear me all right, and let me know about video quality, or at least the video sound, if you will. Let's see. I try to be. I try to be. Let's see here. Let me see something. Let's drop this down. Let's put this over here. Let's see here. Things are going all right. You know what I'm saying? To say the very least. I for a minute there, I thought I was gonna have to put this off till tomorrow or Thursday, but we can run it right now. Actually, I'll go ahead and just let the chat take a vote if you guys want to keep the chat. If you guys want to actually keep the chat bar here on stream, or on screen, I should say, or I can just go ahead and remove it and then I'll put the video up. I'll let you guys decide real fast. All right. All right. Super Crazy says big ups. Jasper says big ups. Red says looks good, sounds good. All right, cool. Excellent. Excellent. All right, on stream, remove. Don't mind either way. We need like one or two more votes to split this. We're about even down the line. I don't mind it. Let's see here. Come on, you a tiebreaker. Someone go ahead and break this for me. All right, we'll put it up, I guess, after the first video. Let's see here. So let it ride. Don't mind. All right, fair enough. It stays up then, guys. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and get into our first video. And just for the record, I know I usually keep the song. Actually, I usually keep the song. I put the song down in the description. For whatever reason, I don't know where I actually found, where I found that instrumental. So if I do find it, or if someone knows, put it down in the description. Or put it in the chat, or you can put it down in the comment section. If not, I will eventually try to find it. But I don't know where I got it. I have like a whole folder on this particular PC with just unnamed instrumentals, and I can't seem to find it anywhere. So I'm very hurt by that. All right. Here we go, guys. Actually, I am thinking of, oh yeah, there actually isn't any sound originally in this clip, at least for the first part. Eventually it'll come up. Eventually I will actually get people to call in or get you guys in a voice chat. That's like the end game, is to kind of have like an actual talk show type situation. Oh, yeah, I'll check that out. Super crazy. Was that in your most recent video? No, you said you put it out a couple days ago. I may have seen that, but I'll take a look. I will definitely take a look. Interesting. All right, but yeah, the first I think it's only like the first maybe less than a minute or so of this video. There's no audio, but actually, just to be on the safe side. Yeah, okay, I got everything going on my end. All right, it shouldn't last too long. If it doesn't pop up though, I can go ahead and readjust it. We can restart it. Yeah, absolutely. I got a lot to say. I got a lot to say about Low Tier God and Wings, for sure. Here, actually, I'll go ahead and just keep talking until the actual until the audio starts. It shouldn't be long, but yeah, I got quite a bit to say because it's looking real suspect over there in Low Tier God land for sure. Things seem very, very odd over there. Most certainly. Matter of fact, I need to see if Argent. Oh no, is the audio really buggy? Help! Let me see something. Okay, give me just a second, guys. That's why. Wrong video. My bad. This is actually the Xbox video. That's the second one to come up. Let me redo this. Yikes. Okay. And he should be snorting in no time. Let's see here.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen.
All right, sorry about that. I think we got it. Hopefully, here we go.
FYI, right now we are halfway through tonight's stream. I want to save the game before we continue here. I actually have to piss. I'm gonna piss before we continue. I literally drank like 2/3 of this bottle of seltzer, and now I have to piss really bad. Okay. I want to say thanks to those of you who have been chilling with me so far tonight, and those of you who are obviously contributing. We're at $52 in tips. Guys, I really need help with tips right now. Now, first half of the stream, we had one person do a $50 tip, and we had two $1 tips, all right? I really need help. I mean it. Like, this is not a joke. This is, you know, I needed to raise a certain amount yesterday. I didn't. I need this. I need this support. So if you can, please do. If you can't, that's fine. And by the end of tonight, we're still at 52 bucks. At this point, I've done my appeal. I've let you know how serious I am. This is not a joke. I need to pay bills. If I can't, I can't. You know, it is what it is. All right. But please.
Now, if I remember correctly, the $200 tip goal has come back, which you guys remember how that all worked itself out initially. Oh, I'm just gonna go ahead with the $200 stream goal or tip goal until I get back on my feet, and then I'll go ahead and drop it. Drops it down to 150. It was like that for a week, maybe two, could be a little bit longer, and then all of a sudden it goes back up to 200. It going back up to 200, I believe, was a response to him not hitting the marathon goal, which was 1,500. So that's why it's at where it's at. And he was just looking for justification. Oh, that's right. It did go back down to 100 first. You're right. My bad, Super Crazy. It did. Because that's when... that's when... Oh, my God. Why am I drawing such a blank right now? Shit. That's when Sunspot ended up rebooting Bacon Sweat. That's when we got like season 2 of it. When he dropped the tips goal. You're right. You're absolutely right. For like a week. So that's why we're at 200, and this is supposed to be his way of trying to recoup. And then all of a sudden, well, we get a brand new Xbox, but we'll get to that in just a second. Yeah, it actually kind of reminded me of the Street Fighter Victory song too, but I don't know if that's where I got it. But like I said, I'll play it later for some of the people who are in here who didn't hear it, and maybe it'll jog somebody's memory. But I don't know where I found it. And I got like a whole folder like that. Must have at least 60 or 70 instrumentals like that. So, all right, here we go.
You can contribute tonight, please do. I need the help with tips, all right? I'm just going to go quickly. I'm not taking my phone with me or not. I'm just going to go use the bathroom quick. I'll be right back, all right? Just going to mute the mic.
So no WWE champions and no whale calling, which is the reason why he brought the subject of his phone up in the first place. Womp womp. I don't look at Bacon Sweat as an early death. To be honest, I think he got out while he was ahead. That's what I look at it as. That's what I look at Bacon Sweat as Bacon Sweats. Sorry, that they got out while they were ahead. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, man, for some people anyway, man, you do this shit too long, bro, and it ends up doing things to you. There's plenty of detractors who can. Well, we've seen a decent amount of detractors who have fallen who never should have. To be honest, like there's some names that I would have never have thought would have done it ever. You know what I mean? So I'm grateful that he decided to step away when he did, because he can always come back. You know what I mean? Bacon Sweats can always come back, or whatever the case may be. But more importantly, it could inspire someone else to kind of run with the idea and make it their own as well. You know what I mean? But I would have much rather them walk out on their own terms or at their own accord than, you know what I'm saying, trying to continue to push the envelope and it not be fun, and then it just becomes even more of a problem. I don't look at it as it dying. Just think of it as a long hiatus. And like I said, it's still up, so you know we can still appreciate it. So that's my initial thoughts. No, I think Snorpernell still has everything together. But you got to think that has to wear on you. It wears on everybody sooner than later. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs to take their breaks or whatever the case may be. But I appreciate Snorpernell's production and their productivity, because goddamn, dude, that's a lot to keep up with. It really, really is. You know what I mean? There's a lot of thought that has to go into that as well. But we can talk about that more as we go along. Here we go.
Okay, guys, I'm back. Are you ready to continue on with the crazy guitar riff going on? What's this crazy guitar riff? Alright, we're gonna continue. Okay. Here we go. Alright, here we go. Here's shitheads trying to get rid of them. Let's see here. What do we got here? Get rid of some shitheads talking shit about me when I'm pissing. Yep, here we go. Get rid of this moron. I just love it. Continue. You literally wait. You literally wait for me to get up and go piss. To talk shit about me in my fucking stream chat. You little pathetic little bitches. Anyone who would wait. Oh, Phil has to take a piss. Let's wait for him to leave and then talk shit about him in his stream chat. Could you be more of a pussy fucking bitch? Seriously. You're the lowest form of life, you little scumbags. Waiting for me to take a piss to then insult me and talk shit about me behind my back. Fuck you.
I mean, it's on stream, and you can see it when you get back. And more importantly, where the fuck are the mods at? So what's the problem? It's not like they said something and then they immediately deleted it or retracted it. It's going to be there when you get back. So what's the problem? Jesus Christ. Well, I'm going to take a piss. You guys want to talk poorly about me behind my back. You guys are cowards. Cowards. Wow.
You. Holy crap, man. Unreal. Let's keep going. Here we go. Get rid of this idiot. Here we go. Here goes another one. There was 5 of them. Are you shitting me? 5 bitches. 5 fucking bitches in my stream chat. They literally waited for me to go piss to come in here. 5 fucking bitches. Wow. At the very least, at the very fucking least, have enough fucking testicles to fucking say something to my face. Don't wait for me to go take a piss and then fucking do it behind my back, you little bitch. Wow, that is cowardice. That is amazing levels of cowardice. Holy crap.
Now he wants people to come to the Snort Fort and confront him? Is that what we're doing? Or is that what we're asking for? Uh-oh. Like I said, we already talked about only iced coffee, and Lord, heaven forbid, he ends up showing up in Phil's bedroom in the middle of the night. Now you want people to confront you. Okay. We've all seen what happened to Wings with that situation. We really have. I don't think Phil wants that. He definitely can't do much about it.
Okay, now, let's continue, shall we, everybody? Everyone ready for the second half of the stream? Let's do it. Let's jump in. Jim, I apologize. We do have moderators here. In fact, another moderator just came in and behind the scenes just helped me start moderating as well. Okay? Okay. Here we go. No, we're not working Divinity 2 back to the schedule. Stop asking me dumb questions. I already explained a million times why I'm not playing that game. Stop it right now. People love to do this. I'm trying to get into a game, get immersed. Let's see how we can distract them. Let's talk about Divinity 2. Ha! Jesus Christ. Okay, anyway. Guys, we're heading into the home stretch. About 15-20 minutes left on the stream. I really would appreciate if you could support it a little bit more. Since we didn't even hit halfway to the tip's goal, I really appreciate that, okay? Thank you, guys. Alright. I don't know. Big Bane did a super chat and said, I'll give you $200 to do 25 push-ups non-stop. Okay, ready? Here we go.
Now, yet again, ladies and gentlemen, this is kind of going to be our smoking gun on this, right? Clearly, this man did not do these push-ups. Do I think he, as I said yesterday, do I think he attempted to do 1 or 2? Maybe. Maybe. But did he actually accomplish 25? No. Hell no. He sat there with those noodled arms and his scrawny legs and tried to do 1 or 2 to get his face red, maybe. And then he stood behind the camera and counted in perfect rhythm. And that's me giving him too much credit. Too much credit. So let's go ahead and see it for ourselves. Holy shit. Yeah, he does. He does. He very much sounds like a cartoon. He is a cartoon in a lot of ways.
Okay. we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Actually, big ups to Hood. I just saw you there, man. Big ups. You're right. James the Lesser did like 15 of them. And to James's credit, he did 15. But more importantly, you heard slowly but surely the progression of exhaustion as he did it, as you would hear most people who would do it. So there's no way that Phil did 25. No way. But let's hear it again though, or let's continue hearing it.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. There we go. All right. Woo. I did 25 real push-ups on my floor. I actually did do them, but there's no way you could see it because I can't aim the camera to look over there. But I actually just did do 25 push-ups. Whew. I did them real fast. I shouldn't have done them that fast. I should have taken my time.
I mean, unless he's doing push-ups off his knees like his wife, but I mean that's a different story and she's in a different situation. Other than that, no. Hell no. No one's gonna believe that. And then be like, oh, I had to do it off camera. There was no way I could reposition it. Does the Jasper cam not work anymore? Is that useless now? What's the case? What's the situation? We saw him exert more effort, as Ann Lee already had up there, literally jerking himself off than what you heard him doing. Come on, guys. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Actually, let's bring that back for clarification. There we go.
Bane did a super. I'll give you $200 to do 25 push-ups non-stop. Okay, ready?
And here, also, real quick, it shows a real lack of disrespect too. One, he should have done the 20. He should have turned the camera around because the camera is on its own stand and done the 25 push-ups. Because then he can go ahead and say "fuck off" to the haters or whatever the situation is. Two, you're actually coming through on your word, and his word don't mean shit. So by having the proof, it backs up his claim. Now, was the person going to give him $200? I hope not. But either way, he could have still turned this into a quote-unquote win if he would have just, put in the effort. But it shows how little he respects these people, which is, we all know, clearly. But it also shows how he doesn't really respect the money either, despite the fact that this whole video is basically one giant begging segment. It's fucking amazing. But anyway, let's go back to the humiliation. That's the fun part.
Here we go. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 25. Here we go. All right. Woo. I did 25 real push-ups on my floor. I actually did do them, but there's no way you could see it because I can't aim the camera to look over there. But I actually just did do 25 push-ups. Whew. I did them real fast. I shouldn't have done them that fast. I should have taken my time. Okay. So you better send the $200. He wasn't going to do it
Now,
anyway.
as he's drinking his pissy water out of his sippy cup, this is someone who has a hand cart, right, to carry things over 25 pounds upstairs. This is someone who looks at walking around the mall and carrying gallons of milk or picking up gallons of milk. He considers these things exercise, but yet he won't walk around his own gated community, his safe little neighborhood, right? He would never do that. You know what I'm saying? But he would do 25 fucking push-ups. This is the same ass clown who, instead of just doing some gymnastics or any cardio, as I've just said, he's like, oh, I walk up and down my stairs every day to prevent blood clots. That's why I take so many breaks. That's the reason why. And you make a very good point, Grim. He doesn't have any sweat on him, but he's so greasy and slimy anyway, you couldn't tell. You know what I mean? So whether he sweats or not doesn't even mean anything. This was complete and total fuckery. Complete and total fuckery. This idiot right here. It's just next level shit. It's just next level shit. Period. This incompetent bastard. I doubt that he was even strong enough to put that exercise bike together for Catherine, and that's why that bitch ended up getting assembled poorly. And there you go. And that's the reason why that shit faltered. And then the shower stool. Like, supposedly his back hurts so damn bad that he can't stand in the shower for 15 or 20 minutes, twice a week, mind you, to go ahead and bathe himself. I mean, it's different with Amber Lynn. Like, she needs Becky to fucking clean her up, which is absolutely disgusting, by the way. But Phil, what's his excuse? What the fuck is his excuse? Forget about the big grease. All right, here we go. Holy shit.
He's full of shit. But people think that like I can't do push-ups or something for some reason. I don't know why. I just did it easily. But the problem is like there's no way I can adjust my camera and everything to even turn that way because of the cords and everything.
Wait, and I'm supposed to believe too. I just saw this. I just thought about this. I'm supposed to believe he did those push-ups with the Steven Seagal glasses on? Really? I'm supposed to believe that? No. You know what I'm saying? This isn't hard to kill, bruh. This isn't hard to kill.
So. Whew. Okay. I did it too fast. I'm out of breath. Okay, ready to continue? He should pay up. He's probably not going to, but he should pay up. I don't even know where it's available. By the way, if you guys haven't noticed, there hasn't been $200 tip. The guy was a liar. I fucking go and do the push-ups, and he says, "Oh, yeah, no bullshit. You said do the push-ups. I did them, and now you're not gonna fucking, you're not gonna do it because you're an asshole, basically. You're a liar. You're a dishonest person. It's fucked up." Okay. Big Bane, sorry, that's not how it works. You said do 25 push-ups. I literally immediately hit the floor and did 25 push-ups. And now you're saying, oh, well, I want you to rotate the camera and set it up. Fuck you. No, I mean it. Fuck you. You didn't say any of that at first. You don't get to change criteria after it's already done. That would be like saying, I want you to go do this job for me. Someone immediately does the job and they say, oh, I actually wanted you to do the job with this criteria. Go do it again. No, that's not how it works.
First off, if someone is requesting for you to do push-ups for money on stream, it should make sense that, keep in mind the nature of the beast, on stream, that you should go ahead and turn your camera around so they can see it. That's the first thing. Secondly, excuse me, this is the same ass clown who sits here and puts up stipulations, who puts up goals, who puts up all kinds of nonsense, right? On like a monthly basis, if you will. And in some way, shape, or form, changes the criteria to fit what he wants after the fact, after he has the money. And I'm not just talking about the most obvious culprit, which would be Project 7. I'm talking about just about anything he's done with Patreon. Let's go back even a little further than Project 7. Think about the Crash Bandicoot marathons that he was doing back in the day. They were supposed to be 7 hours, 8 hours, whatever the case may be. And it wasn't actually 7 hours worth of gameplay. Tevin has a really old video going over that. Yes, the stream was on for 7 hours, but he wasn't there for 7 hours. There wasn't 7 hours of gameplay, which is what was promised. Or let's go back to let's see here, something else let's go back to Mario Sunshine. What about that? You said, "Hey, this is the list of the games, or I want to do a marathon. Pick what games you want, and I'm going to play it here, or I'm going to play it on this month." And he pushed that shit back. What, 4-6 months, whatever the case may be? He had no problems with changing the criteria there, and he was already paid, which was the reason why he was trying to double dip and or triple dip on the whole Mario Sunshine marathon in the first place. One, this ass clown didn't have the game. He didn't have a console to play the game on, and realistically, he didn't want to play it anyway because he wasn't going to be able to profit from it on YouTube. or Divinity Original Sin. Thank you, or Divinity 2. So it's okay for Darkside Phil to do it, right? Because this is his business and he is the proprietor of that business. But anybody else, though, never forget, true that. But for everybody else, oh, it's fuckery. You're a dishonest person. You're a loser, and so on and so forth. Yet he's the one with the reputation. When you have Rich from Review Tech USA, right? Which, if you guys know anything about his shit and some of the bullshit and fuckery he ain't pulled back in the day, if he can come out and say, yeah, Phil, you're a pretty slime ball person. Hey, Phil, this is the reason why people laugh at you. This is the reason why people shit on you. Maybe you should come through on your promises. When someone like him can come up out of his face and say that, that says a lot about somebody like you. And that's why Phil don't like him, amongst other things.
We had a verbal agreement. You failed to live up to the agreement, so go fuck yourself.
Actually, since you want to talk about agreements, not verbal, but if you want to, yeah, exactly, semantics. But if he wants to talk about agreements, what about the agreements you signed on those credit cards that whatever it is that you signed to charge, you're going to go ahead and be able to pay back? How about those agreements? And those mean something. What about those agreements? What about the agreements that you signed legally when you sat there and you bought that condo in Connecticut? How about that? And I don't care about the alleged backstory about that girl finessing you into that shit. I don't know, or that woman finessed you into that shit. You basically got cucked. I'm not worried about that shit. I'm worried about this. Oh, true. Actually, now that you bring that up, Jasper, real quick, there is a Nick Rekieta. I'm pretty sure it was on Nick Rekieta's stream, but if not, it was on a Ralph retort. It was right after Monday Matt got exposed. For just to give you that timeline, that's 2017. After that, Rich from Review Tech USA went up there. I think it was either the Ralph retort or it was Nick Rekieta's stream. It might have been the Ralph retort, but Keemstar was already on the show, and Review Tech USA wants to go up there, or wanted to get onto the show, and they eventually let him on. And I don't know if Keemstar was asking Rich for his flag history, or if Review Tech USA just was willing to give it up, but he does. And they go through it real fast, no big deal, and he basically takes the knee to Keemstar on the fucking show. The reason why I bring all that up, though, is because I have, and I've stated this before, I am of the thought that for some reason, I feel like Review Tech USA was in on that Monday Matt flagging shit. And I can't necessarily prove it, but Review Tech USA has a history of flagging people himself. Plus, him and Monday Matt used to be cool. Actually, ironically enough, it's because of Rich that Monday Matt got flagged. So theoretically, if Monday Matt was to, ask for a favor, Rich would kind of be obliged to do so. It's something that I've kind of gone around in my noodle for a little bit. I'll see if I can find the clip and I'll show you guys at a later time and date. But that kind of just triggered it. Just absolute fucking nonsense. Like, the fuckery, really gets far with it if you think about it. Oh, that's right. You're right. Hood. They used to have a show together. I don't think I've ever watched it, though. But, yeah, they did have a show together. Yikes! All right, let's continue.
Thanks for the super chat. What? Evil Angelina tipped me $1.30, says, can you play an extra hour tonight? Sorry, I can't. My wife is home. I'd like to spend some time with her, especially because yesterday I streamed so late with that marathon. I got to spend no time with my wife last night. Well, literally, I got downstairs.
Wait, I'm pretty sure I watched or I listened to that stream on Agent Proper's stream. Didn't he end the stream on time as usual? So what is he talking about? The stream, I don't think the stream went any longer than it normally would. I think he checked out on time. Yeah, you're right. Keep in mind though too, Jasper, no one knew Andy Worski was in on it like that. No one, we found that out after the fact. But you're right, Andy Worski was in on it. Ralph has done fuckery too. You're right, they're all there. It's actually kind of interesting how that whole internet blood sports thing just imploded on itself. Like, it was really crazy to see how that all played out. It was a damn shame. It was a damn shame. Holy shit. Oh, but Catherine's going to be the eternal shield. For sure. For sure. She's always going to be the shield. By far. Yikes. Anywho, but like I said, I'm pretty sure that he clocked out on time as it pertains to the marathon. I don't think he stayed any longer. Oh, yeah, Tonka. Okay, I'm getting off sidetracked a little bit, so let me try to get some of this out of my system. The situation with Tonka, why? Like, well, I understand why. He challenged Andy Worski because, essentially, Andy Worski was the last person you would think that would step up. But in honesty, though, or in truth, Andy had nothing to lose. Like Andy was the worst person to go ahead and put your 1,000 record up, or whatever the tally was. Andy Worski was the last person to be challenging because he had literally nothing to lose. He had a better chance of challenging Ralph, because Ralph will just take that shit right to his doorstep. But Andy didn't mind going through the blood test, didn't mind actually doing the training. He didn't mind to do any of that stuff. So that's where Tonka messed up. That's where he messed up. And then all the ops that was going on behind the scenes with that too. That was ridiculous. Let's see here real quick. Yeah, Medicare was going to always outlive all that, to be honest. The only falter that most people bring up as it pertains to Internet Blood Sports and Medicare was that 6 or 7 hour stream that he had at the end. But to be honest with you, that's exactly what he wanted, though. It was controlled chaos. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't going to be organized in any type of way, shape, or form. He wanted them to go out there and spur it up, and that's what they did. So essentially, he got everything he wanted out of it. If you guys remember, Medicare said, I look at Internet Blood Sports and I look at all of you people as entertainment. That's it. You guys are my Jerry Springer, and I'm not going to let nobody fuck with that. And as long as you guys keep making me laugh, then the chips fall where they may. Yeah, it would have been a pretty bad fight. It'd probably been a pretty bad fight. Holy shit. All right, let's continue.
30 at night, tired as hell. She was playing Yakuza 5. I watched her play for like an hour, and we both fell asleep. Like, we were like, we gotta go to sleep. That was it. We spent an hour of the whole day together. So tonight, no, I actually want to spend some time with my wife tonight. So sorry, I'm not doing overtime tonight. Yesterday pretty much destroyed me with that marathon. So okay. As expected. Alright? Thank you for watching. Good stuff. Save up. Okay, I'm not gonna hit OK. If I hit OK, it'll progress to the next part. So ladies and gentlemen, here's the deal. Alright? Tonight, I wanted to see how this stream was gonna go. I actually didn't say this to you guys publicly. I didn't. I actually just wanted to play it out as is and see what was gonna happen. Alright? Now, earlier in the stream, it was actually King Vanity who had given a suggestion. It was actually based off of something, and go from there to determine what I was going to do. Okay? In fact, the stream died? No, it didn't. The stream still
I want you to listen to how selfish this shit is. Like, I'm still new to this, and I'm probably going to always be bad at this. And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm having a good time, as long as some of you guys are having a good time, it all works out. But for him, this is his livelihood. So when people are like, hey, Phil, there's an issue with the stream, whether it's audio, whether it's the visual, whether it's whatever, that right there is kind of your priority. What you're feeling or whatever, it comes secondary. People need to see and hear what's going on the platform at that particular moment. You're secondary. But DSP has never done that for anything or anybody. So when you hear the fucking autism that you're about to hear right now, it's we'll defend ourselves. Anyway, sorry, I got sidetracked. He only put himself first. And yet again, it only furthers his decline. Not only streaming wise or entertainment wise, but socially. Because he can't put anybody before himself, ever. First thing comes out of his mouth, I'm fine, I'm good, but you'll hear what I mean in a minute.
going for me. The stream is still going for me. Excellent connection. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Nothing. Everything's fine. Let me type here. It's still working.
Exactly, Agent Proper. Sometimes you have to listen to the viewers. But Phil don't do that. I mean, we're talking about somebody who finessed his own mother and continues to finesse his own mother. So please believe, if he don't have no respect for her or for his parents in general, I should say, he definitely don't give a fuck about these people at all. At all.
I'm still here. I didn't say anything because you guys said the stream went down, so I stopped talking, but everything was still working for me. Is it working for everyone now? By the way, I got a $1 tip from Nip Nops and said, I noticed your main cheers aren't on the stream like Yoshino Lover, Philly Buckeye, and a couple of others. Some people did not come over from Twitch when I moved from Twitch to YouTube. That is correct. They just never came over. Yoshino Lover's been here. On and off, but Yoshino Lover actually says that they play a lot of games and stuff, and then every once in a while they'll just drop by to say hello, but they haven't been watching. They've been watching the on-demand videos. Okay, people are saying the stream froze for like 10 seconds. All right, don't worry. I didn't say anything important yet, okay? But yeah, Nip Nops.
And as it pertains to some of the usual suspects not showing up to the streams or not contributing, they're all contributing probably on the back end anyway, to be honest. I know yesterday we were talking a little bit about what happens if he goes back to Twitch. Can he get Twitch back to where it is? We'll see. Time will tell certainly on that. But I would say some of those contributions, or those contributors, I should say, or supporters, they're probably tipping behind the scenes, to be honest. And that would be Phil's preferred method. So he's trying to build up Patreon a little bit. He's got his super chats. He has his subs, or gifted memberships, I'm sorry. He has his tips. And then, like I said, people are probably just donating on the back end. It makes more sense. And then with and then it was brought up about the notifications he's still catching on Twitch. On top of the fact that he's still going over there to Twitch, and he's actually seeing what's going on over there. It makes me wonder if people have recurring renewal subs, yeah? Is it possible that Phil is still collecting a check from Twitch? Or does Twitch just renew it? I mean, does Twitch just refund them their money the moment the notification comes in? I'm just curious. I don't know exactly how that works on that to that degree. So, there you go.
Everyone came over from Twitch, and I get the feeling some people did come over, and they're under different names now too, because there are people who are contributing now who I never contributed on Twitch. So, okay, let's get back to what I was saying. All right, so the past week or two, I've been talking about, gee, maybe the next time we get to a class trial, I should make Danganronpa V3 the mainstream, so that way we can get further into the trial, say 3+ hours. Instead of just doing these 2-hour segments, because likely this next trial is probably around 3-4 hours long. So if I do this as night streams, it'll still take me 2 more streams to finish this and then get to the next chapter, versus maybe I could get through all of it in one stream if I did it as a day stream. All right. But what I didn't tell you guys, okay, is that tonight I wanted to test and see how this stream went, because I noticed the last couple of times I played Danganronpa, for some odd reason, the support is way down. And if you take a look at the support, the super chats tonight were quite good. $74 actually in super chats. That's really good. And I'm appreciative of that. Thank you guys. But right now, as I told you guys, I need to be doing streams during the daytime that are actually going to bring in support, because I need the support badly right now. Look at how many tips we just raised tonight, right? Out of the $67 we raised, $50 was from Patriarchy. Right? If Patriarchy wasn't here tonight, we would have raised $17. So do you see why I can't do this as a daytime stream? Do you understand?
But do we disregard the $74 or whatever the case may be that we have that we got in super chats? And yes, he keeps track of, trust me, he keeps track of his super chats. Clearly, he don't want to document it for whatever reason, but he's definitely keeping track of them. Which, yet again, goes back to someone just said just a minute ago, double dipping. Let me take a quick look. There you go. Rock said it. It's all double dipping. It's double dipping. It's triple dipping. Whatever you can get away with, he's gonna do it. Whatever you can get away with, he's gonna do it. It's the way it is.
Like, right now, I have to be doing stuff on the day streams that's going to bring in revenue for me to pay my bills. If I don't, I can't pay my bills. If people had come out tonight and supported this stream, I would have said, oh, I could do this as a daytime stream because of the support. But they didn't. What can I tell you guys? The super chats are great. The super chats, thank you guys. But the super chats don't help me now. They help me in a month and a half. I need help now, not a month and a half. I keep saying this, but people don't listen and they keep doing the super chats. It's fine. I like that. I appreciate it, but it doesn't help me in the short term. I have to do what I have to do what I need to do to pay my bills. So I literally cannot play this as a day stream. I want to. I would love to. What I was going to do is this Tuesday, I was going to flip the streams. It was actually going to be, this was going to be the main stream, and we were going to do the trial, and then the late stream was going to be Mass Effect 3. Okay? But what am I going to do? I gotta go.
This is the same. That pause will work. This is the same fuckery we saw on Twitch. This is the exact same fuckery we saw on Twitch. Hey guys, you guys were supporting this game last week, and everything was great. You guys were coming through, and there was a lot of positivity and a lot of interaction. And this week, you guys aren't doing it. So I'm gonna go ahead. Excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and now I'm gonna have to swap the game up. Unless you guys come through and support. Last week you guys were fantastic. You guys hit the goal, and we've been having a great time with it, and everybody's been very interactive and positive and supportive. But this week, I don't know. I didn't change anything. I'm not doing anything different. What's up, Jesse? What I'm saying? What's up, Maiden? What I'm saying? I don't see what the problem is. So I hopefully, Snort, you guys will step up next time, because if not, I might have to make this game go away. And I don't want this game to go away because I'm having a good time with it. So just something for you to think about. And then he's bluffing more often than not, because with a long playthrough like this, is he really just going to drop it on YouTube? Is he just going to outright just stop it? Not to say that he hasn't. Don't get me wrong. But do you think that's really practical? He's just going to keep pushing along with it, or he'll have them carry him along, kicking and screaming, no matter what. So this isn't anything new. He may have changed the language up a little bit, but it's still the same old fuckery.
What's going to pay my bills? And this isn't doing it. Patriarchy doing a $50 tip and getting a few pittance dollar tips here or there. Getting some asshole saying he's going to tip me $200 if I do push-ups. I do them, then he doesn't pay because he's a piece of shit. This is not good enough. You see what I'm saying? I can't. All right? So there's nothing I can...
Wait. We all have heard the analogy of pittance. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We've all heard the analogy that, he's like a waiter, he's like a bartender, right? And so, when you tip him, it's because of a job well done, and he tells you guys all the time, oh, I'm very grateful for everything that's given to me, and even if you can't contribute, you being here means something. What about fuckery moments like this? Thanks, guys, for your little scraps. But I need more. If this dude didn't come along, I would have only had $17 plus $74 in super chats. That's not enough, guys. It's not enough. It's just not going to do it. And then he says a month and a half. Isn't anything that he makes in June, for example, he's going to get paid for in July. Am I right? So it's just the same thing over and over again. Why are we pushing the goalpost back, if you will? Why is that a thing? Oh shit, what's up, Michael? You just kind of just snuck in. Actually, a bunch of you guys kind of just slipped in. But yeah, what about all of that shit? Exactly. Step up. Step the fuck up. If you guys appreciate my content, you guys will support it. Because $74 is just not cutting it out. Jesus Christ.
Do about it, guys. I was going to do this as the main stream on Tuesday. I can't now. There's no way I can do a 3-hour stream of this and make $17. I can't do it. Compare that to today.
A 3-hour stream. I thought the day stream was a 4-hour stream. Never mind. My bad. Too much credit. You guys are right. I gave him too much credit.
Mass Effect 3, I hit the tip skull. I actually exceeded the tip skull earlier today. Okay? It's just that simple. It's that matter of fact simple, guys. All right? I'm sorry. And again, if I were in a different situation where I wasn't in a really bad financial situation right now, I absolutely would play this as the main stream on Tuesday. 100% yes, I would love to. I would love to get far into Clash Trial. I can't do it. This has to just be a night stream so that I can focus in on stuff in the daytime that people are gonna support. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Okay. Alright, guys. So here's the deal. I'm going to upload this gameplay right now to DSP Gaming. Tomorrow it's going to be Fallout New Vegas on the main stream. It's going to be MLB on the night stream. And quite frankly, if the night stream doesn't do well of MLB, I'm probably done with it. Last week it didn't do well. So this will be the last time for me to give it another shot.
Just like I told you. It's Twitch all over again. It's Twitch all over again. Let's say just because you change platforms, excuse me, or he changes platforms, doesn't mean the tactics don't change. And didn't he have like a massive rant on the last MLB stream? I'm gonna need to watch that. I'm not sure if it was as good as it was like 2 years ago, like 2019, like that. But like those rants were insane. Those rants were fucking insane. I think Mighty D still has a few of those, but those were out there. Like that whole year, I think it was 2019. That whole year, or 2000, yeah, it had been 2019. It may have been 2018, but I think it was 2019. That whole year of MLB was just rants, night after night after night. That shit was incredible. It was incredible. Oh, it was, okay, Michael, so it was 2019. Yeah, that shit was incredible. He went after, if nothing else, that was some of his best detractor and Tevin rants ever. Those things were fucking amazing. I had a great time going over those videos. God, dog. He just couldn't stop himself. He really couldn't.
Because people have told me they really like those MLB streams because those are my weekly chill streams where it's just about us talking and interacting. So if people come and support it, I'll do it again. If not, then this is the end of it, and we'll move on and do other stuff at night. Okay? Maybe more Danganronpa so we can finish this month for sure. Fair enough? Tuesday, it's going to be Mass Effect 3 and Danganronpa on the late stream. I'm not here on Wednesday. On Thursday, it's Fallout New Vegas and Call of Duty. And then Friday...
Speaking of which, today's Wednesday. What's his next day off? Does anybody know, just out of curiosity? Is he off today or is he off tomorrow? Oh, he is off today. Okay, cool. What happened to the good old days where he was just off on Tuesdays?
Legend of Zelda, Skyward Sword HD, and Street Fighter. Okay, guys? And I'm sorry. Again, it was actually my intention, if things went well tonight, to play this as the main stream on Tuesday, but it just didn't happen. So I can't do a 3+ hour stream of gameplay and make 1/4 of the tip skull. I just can't. I have to make ends meet, guys. Okay? Alright, guys? Alright, everyone. So thank you. I want to say thank you.
Look at this disgusting pig picking at his fucking bald spot. If you washed on a daily basis, Phil, you wouldn't itch like that. And further encroaching on what hair you have back there. Or what little hair you have back there, I should say. Jesus Christ.
Who did cheer, excuse me, who did chill is what I actually meant to say. Thank you to those who did chill. Because it was actually a pretty entertaining stream, except for the 1 or 2 people derailing. It was actually a pretty good stream. That was an interesting mystery. I can't wait to dive into the Clash Trial on Tuesday night because this is really interesting to me to see what really happened. And Anonymous Dollar Tipper says, is it harder to promote getting more memberships than tips? Well, I'll be honest with you. It's really hard to get memberships here on YouTube. I think what it is on Twitch, I think people see more conceived value in a subscription, and here's why. Number one, when you subscribe on Twitch, you get those emotes everywhere. Like, when you go to another person's stream, you could use emotes to someone you're subbed with on a different channel. People liked doing that, taking my emotes and moving them to other channels. You can't do that on YouTube. That's number one.
Well, it's not like you were a big fan of people taking other people's emotes and using it in your stream. Especially those wing emotes. He really, really used to get pissed off at stuff like that. But whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now, all of a sudden, since he doesn't have it anymore and he's not benefiting from it, now all of a sudden he sees the value in it. That's amazing.
Number two, there's no Amazon Prime here. There's no gifted memberships here. There's
i.e. crutches.
A big lack of probably what was hundreds of subs over on Twitch I can't get here on YouTube because those things don't exist. Okay? And then number three, I'll be honest, since I started streaming full-time on YouTube, there's been no high-profile new releases. Ratchet and Clank, I mean, that's only going to bring in a very small audience of people who want to see a PS4 or PS5 exclusive. It's not even, in my opinion, like a very high-profile game. Outside of that,
if it's all about high-profile games, then why the fuck are you playing it? On top of that, why was his Twitch streams not labeled mature? It's classified for everybody. So he was looking to get that childhood audience, if you will, to come in on there. No one ever really speaks about that. And you know, if you're a Kiwi, or if you've at least read some of it, because shit on Reddit gets kind of wild, you've seen all these things. And I'm sure someone on Detractor Twitter has talked about it in one way, shape, or form. But if it's not a high-profile game, why the fuck are you playing it? Why can't you just play something else? Matter of fact, now that we're talking about this whole Game Pass, let me wait. I'll wait for that for the next segment. I'll wait for that on the next segment.
like the game before that, Resident Evil Village, I didn't play on YouTube. I played it on Twitch. And I had sky-high views and everything was great. And then I come over here and I have nothing new to play. You see? It's just been kind of a dead month.
He has sky-high views for Resident Evil? Can anybody confirm that? Because I don't know if that was really the case. Did he even hit 1,000 viewers on Twitch while playing that game at any given time, even if it was only the first day? Anybody? I know you guys. I know you guys don't like it when I put you guys on the spot to defend him, or to at least reinforce what he said. But does anybody recall that whatsoever? If nobody does, no problem. X to doubt. Okay, there we go. The mob has spoken. This is Gaudy Rome, after all. Views. Okay, Raven. Maybe not necessarily defend him, but you know what I mean. X to doubt. I don't remember. Are we memory holding stuff, chat? Is that what we're doing? That wouldn't be fair. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna hold that against you. Yeah, I don't think so either. Okay, so sky-high views mean what? You know what I'm saying? That's like those viral tweets he had on Pro Jared. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what a viral tweet looks like? A viral tweet, just from a content creator, I should say, is like, I would say anywhere between like 30 and 50,000. That's the shit that you see from like Amaran. You see from like, you know what I'm saying? Like the high-end people on Twitch. Those would be considered viral tweets. Not 17,000, and you had a bunch of other YouTubers who were in a fucked up spot at that time co-signing to it. Big up Zero. It's not like that. That's not viral, but whatever. A number is a number, I guess.
Same thing coming up. Rest of this month is going to be dead. I would argue that once there's enough new games, once there's enough.
Did you guys see that? You see how he went ahead and dug back at that? He's mining for gold or something back there. And then he looks at his finger and then he starts rubbing it together. Jesus Christ, Phil. Take a bath, please. For the love of God, take a bath.
New games coming out to warrant a sub or a membership, as they call it here, we'll get it. We'll get those people back. There's people who literally are not coming to watch the streams right now because I'm playing an old game in Fallout New Vegas, an old game in Danganronpa, an old game in Mass Effect 3, a chill game in MLB, an old game in Street Fighter. Do you see the point I'm making?
Then those people aren't fans of yours then. Your fans should come out and watch anything that you're doing. Now, granted, you're always going to have a demographic of people who only want to see a certain thing, and that's fine, and that should be expected, right? But the way he talks about it, the way he speaks about his dedicated fan base, his cult, his followers, whatever you want to call it, he makes it sound like those who really care about him and really support him will come out and watch him do anything. Well, then what the fuck is the problem? Why, yet again, are we blaming this shit on games? And matter of fact, and I think I said this in Agent Proper stream, by the way, If he had had a Street Fighter marathon that day, he would have gotten views. He would have gotten views. For sure. I mean, there'd been a lot of people headhunting him, but that shit would have brought in fucking views. Not Fallout. I mean, even though it was on, like I said, I was watching it on proper stream. I can't remember what faction that they engaged, but he got completely blown the fuck out. That shit was incredible. That was incredible. I've never seen anybody fail at that particular part, but they got blown the fuck out. Oh my god, he got destroyed. Absolutely botched that mission and couldn't. I think got mad because he couldn't go back and redo it. That shit was hilarious. Hilarious, like Nick Cannon. Hilarious. The Legion. I think it might have been Legion. Maybe. If Proper's still in the chat, he'll definitely tell you that shit was fucking hilarious. I want to clip that.
Here, I'm not playing anything new because there's nothing new. So with nothing new, and now what's the new game coming up this week? Skyward Sword, an old game. You see, there's people who literally come back, just for the high-profile new releases. So once that happens, once we start getting high-profile new releases hitting week after week, you're going to see viewership here increase. Likely, we're going to see a natural progression and increase in memberships. But it's much easier. People
now, I want you also to kind of listen to the business strategy here a little bit, at least the way he's trying to present it. Because the way he's making it sound, the more people that he had on stream on Twitch, whoever it was or whoever these people were who were giving the gifted subs, they basically donated or contributed based off that. If that's the case, he basically is admitting that he needs artificial growth or artificial hype even to keep himself going. That's essentially what the business plan was. That's insane. And how long did he think they were going to keep that up? Because there were plenty of months on Twitch where he was dropping well below 500 subs. It wasn't like he was at 1,000 subs each and every fucking month. You know what I mean? I mean, do any of you guys remember how salty he was when he heard that Tevin, praise be, had like over 1,000 subs on Twitch? And he was like, "Oh well, congratulations to that. I've had that too. Like, why couldn't you just be happy for the dude and just move the fuck on?" So, I don't know. Maybe I should do a stream where we go over some of Phil's toxic behavior to Tevin, because there's some legendary shit there. We're going to do that. We'll do that. Matter of fact, I want to do it on... I kind of want to do it on Phil's next day off. Just because maybe he'll show up and watch it.
Instant gratification when they do a super chat or when they tip, because they can leave a message, they get an interaction with me, they get an instant response. They like that. With a membership, you don't even get that. All you get is a shout out for the membership. You can't even leave a message with your membership here. It's not like on Twitch. On Twitch, when you sub, you click the button and say, "Oh, shout out Phil, this and that," and I can interact. That doesn't even happen. You just become a member here. I shout that out. That's it. You can't even leave a message when you become a member on YouTube. So there's just a lot of shortcomings right now to the memberships on YouTube. I would hope by the end of this week, they will improve. The end of this year is what I meant to say. They will improve that. Gifted memberships, maybe having a message when you become a member. These are ways they can improve it. I hope they do. Because right now, it's very hard to convince people to come over here and become a member. Look at this.
But can't he do some of that through Streamlabs? Is that not a thing? Or, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whenever a sub comes through, or a membership comes through, I should say, couldn't he present that through? Actually, Agent Proper doesn't. When you become a new member, it automatically there's like a small notification that pops up. So does James the Lesser. So does a lot. LSB has it. I think. Anley doesn't have memberships, but like whenever you sub, a little notification comes up when you sub to his channel. I should say. So it's not like you can't do it. It's like he's too reliant on the infrastructure, and he's not willing to do anything for himself. At the end of the day, this is your livelihood. You have to make the best with what you have, and he's just not willing to do it. And he wonders why he's faltering. And then yet again, just like Twitch, we're still blaming the games. We're still blaming the games for being the fuckery and being the problem. Okay, so yeah, so it is easy. Big up Sunspot. So you can do that. How's it going, Joe? Yeah, so he can. So if all of this is available to you, then do it. And if you can't do it, get somebody else to do it. Let's be honest. Get somebody else to do it for you then. Fuck.
We are 9 members away from hitting the goal. We got 1 member today. One. With only 9 to go, hundreds of people on my streams today, only 1 person became a member. We're that close to the marathon. 1 person. I don't know what else I can do. You know? How more appealing can I make it? 9 more members. We get a marathon. I'm going to do my new show, Feasting with the King. You get to pick the cuisine. You get to pick the kind of marathon. Like, what else can I possibly...
Wait. So, we just went over the whole feast... Well, we saw a little bit of the Feasting the King yesterday. He's actually allowing them to pick the meal? Is that true? Because I don't remember that being said at all. Because if that's the case, I have some recommendations. I don't know if they have a Jamaican spot around his way, but I have some, or a Caribbean spot, but I have some recommendations. I really do. What's up, Max? What's up, Kurt? I have recommendations. I do. I have ideas now.
Do all the benefits. It's cheaper to become a member here than it was on Twitch.
People used to tell you when you were on Twitch that you would benefit more if you came to YouTube, and you kept shooting it down. You kept disregarding it. Let's see here. Yeah, so okay, there you go. Jesus Christ.
I can't do anything. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Please have a good evening. Like I said, tomorrow it'll be Fallout and MLB. I hope to see you tomorrow for the streams. And please, by all means, I hope you'll support them because tonight was so slow here on Danganronpa. I really hope that we can make some good streams tomorrow with tips. I need it, man. I mean it. There's going to be stuff unpaid. I don't know what to do. So, it is what it is. Okay, guys? Thank you so much for your support. Please have a good evening. I'll see you in the AM for Fallout and for MLB. Okay, guys? Thank you very much. Peace out. Have a good night. See you later. Bye-bye.
All right, now that piggy autism's over with, Jesus Christ. You'll never find a more irredeemable piece of shit. Okay, so on our next video, where we're gonna go over the the mystical and magical arrival of his Xbox Series X, it's gonna be silence for the first 3 minutes and 30 seconds. We'll go ahead and, we can either talk that 3 minutes out, or I can skip right to that part. I'll let you guys decide. Let me actually just go ahead and start the video now, though. Okay, here we go. Speaking of which, according to the timestamps, because I'm somewhat of a professional and I copied Ann Lee's timestamps down here, the first 3 minutes was him going outside because United States Postal Service was there. Now, how did that take 3 minutes? I couldn't tell you. But remember, Darkside Phil is the pinnacle of human-pig hybrid fitness and stature. So don't forget that. And if you guys say anything otherwise, you're haters. Absolute fucking haters. And you don't want to be a hater, chat. You do not want to be a hater. Holy shit. Okay, actually, now that I think about it, I know actually how I can burn some of this time while we're going through the silence. So he's raving about the Xbox Series X, right? And Game Pass mainly. But ladies and gentlemen, what happened to the Nintendo Mini? What happened to the Sega Genesis Mini? What happened to those? What happened to all those retro games that we were supposed to play during downtime and could be playthroughs on these remake of retro consoles? What happened to those? Xbox, Game Pass, or at least most of those games on Game Pass, is going to get dead named, just like some of those retro playthroughs are going to be. Easy. Yeah, exactly. Collecting dust. Exactly. It's Silence of the Snorts. That's what it is. Instead of that, it'd be Snorts. It's gonna. Half those games, I would say even more than half of those games that's on that Xbox library is gonna get dead named for sure. But, and I'm thinking about this now, if Street Fighter 4 If Ultimate Street Fighter 4 is on there, I wonder if anybody will get him to play it. If it's there. I don't know if it's part of their collection or not. Oh yeah, just like PS Plus. He's such a wasteful piece of shit. Because he's constantly saying, I have nothing to play, I have nothing to play, I have nothing to play. And there's plenty to play. There's plenty out there to play. There's plenty out there to do. There are people on Twitch that are still quite successful who only play old retro games. So it's not like there's not a demographic out there, and it's not like there isn't a demographic within his fan base, and I use that term loosely, who would actually be interested in doing that. That's just him. And Darkside Phil has always been his greatest detractor. He is his greatest roadblock. He is his greatest deficit, and he always will be. And it's fantastic to watch. That's why he has so many excuses for everything. After a while, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes you're going to take an L on some shit. You know what I'm saying? And you eat it and you move on. But you sitting there blaming or trying to skirt responsibility only comes back to hurt you in the end. And on the reincarnation wheel, he's just going to be reincarnated as another version of himself.
Okay, everyone. Oh my God.
Ah, God, it's loud.
What an ordeal. So I went out there.
Hold up. So, real quick. This is the same guy who did 25 push-ups, no problem. But we're winded coming upstairs. My point exactly.
And immediately one of those elephants blasted me point blank in the face with its trunk. And oh my God, I never knew the water pressure that could come out of an elephant's trunk. It knocked me on my ass. Right into the bushes. So I had to run inside and I had to grab... luckily, we have a bag of peanuts that we like to put out for birds. So I grabbed the bag of peanuts and I started throwing the peanuts. And, luckily I was able to lure the elephants away from our little community here with these peanuts. And, thank God. Oh my God, man. So I'm like out of breath. I'm seriously out of breath. It was so... Okay. Now, anyway, in the meantime, while all that was going on, USPS drove up. Yes, USPS drove up and delivered a package. Now,
by the way, there's already a clip on, it's probably on Detractor Twitter for sure. It's definitely on Reddit, and I think it's on Kiwi Farms. This dumbass has already admitted to buying the console himself. So I just want to put that out there. It's like a 7 or 8 minute or 8 second clip where he basically inadvertently admitted that he fucking bought the damn thing. So keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will now reveal, because now it is official. This is why I couldn't actually reveal to you what was going on until this very morning, and it's just a complete coincidence that this happened during the pre-stream because I had no idea it was going to. All right, so we've been talking recently, haven't we? We've been talking about my...
Wait, someone says Soma has the video up? Okay, cool. All right, so Soma has it. All right, nice.
Content. We've been talking about the future of my content. In particular, there was something that happened in the last month that I was like, damn. That's really awesome news, but sadly, it doesn't seem like it's going to really affect me. There's nothing I can really do about it at this point in time. And what I've told you is that several people in the last month have contacted me behind the scenes of the streams, basically saying that they like my content, they're huge fans, they want to help me out if they can, and they really want to add to the content of my stream, so they're going to do so. 4 people contacted me, 3 people were trolls, 3 people were complete dishonest, lying pieces of garbage who were basically just trying to string me along and waste my time. Now, the thing is, I'm used to this. This happens all the time. People contact me behind the scenes. Oh, Phil, I'm a big fan. I want to help you out. And they're just trolling me because they think it's funny. It's not. It's fucked up when someone actually is in a situation where, like, they need help with something, or, you're offering them something, a possibility of improvement, or something that's a big positive, and then you mess with them because you think it's funny.
Oh, well, it is funny because you're a fucking moron. If this is something that happens to you on the regular, why the fuck do you keep your hopes up for every little thing that's offered to you? if you know, or if you know there's a possibility of it being a troll. What the fuck? Oh no, Dust, I'm really gonna get... Oh no. Oh, that's right, I guess this is kind of an illegal stream. But wait a second, I'm going through a filter though. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of protected, theoretically. So Brunel Enterprises, or Brunel Productions, or whatever, is gonna have to sue GTG Network and Productions. And unlike Phil, I actually have the money to back that up. I don't have to go up here and beg the disabled and shit to go ahead and make ends meet so my cat can have its next can of food, or whatever the case may be. But any case, but that was funny though. Big ups to that. In any case, why are you so goddamn gullible? Why is it that you keep falling for the marketing scheme? And he's right. This shit has happened to him for years. Going back to the $9,000 for the statues, for the $6,000 that the $6,000 or $7,000 someone said they wanted to donate to him to help him out with his taxes. Back to the supposed, I think this was Super Meat Boy who did this one, who was posing as a computer manufacturer that was going to send him a brand new PC from behind the scenes and shit. All of that. And he fell for each and every one of them. Got strung on for weeks. Got strung along, I should say. For weeks. So, whose fault is it really? Whose fault is it really? How is a liar gonna get mad that you got conned? Or let's reword that. How does a con man, a lazy one at that, get mad that he got conned by somebody else? And why wouldn't you expect someone to think that's funny? That's fucking hilarious! If I was a piece of shit who treated other people like pieces of shit, and then I not only expected, ladies and gentlemen, because he said this has been going on for the last couple months, if I demanded people get me things, right, to keep my business afloat, you know what I'm saying? You have to think someone's going to go ahead and karma, exactly. Someone's going to come out and want to do something about it for their own little shits and giggles. If you treat people like trash, you should only expect to be treated as trash. And then as as someone who basically has the mental capacity of a child more often than not, he needs people to keep giving him stuff. He needs every day to essentially be Christmas, which is what he's looking for. That shit's insane. What's up, Endless? Like, that's insane that you would sit there and conduct yourself like this. Oh well, let's continue to laugh at it.
Yeah, it's real funny to get someone's hopes up who's thinking about the positive stuff for the future, and then you just fucking shit all over them, right? And there was one person who actually strung me along for 2 weeks. And the thing is, I'm not like I used to be. Like, I used to be like, oh, I believe everything. I'm not gullible anymore.
You're a liar! No one gets strung along for 2 weeks and not be gullible. He just said people have been doing this. People were getting his hopes up. Fuck out of here. Someone pass me my knives. It's time to cut him up. Okay? It's time to cut him up. He's roasted long enough. It's time to cut him.
Way more skeptical than gullible at this point. Like, anyone who says anything like that, I just don't believe it. I'm like, whatever, you know, I'll follow along with it, and if it ends up being something positive or true, great, but in the 99 out of 100 times, it's going to be bullshit. Okay? So, I was contacted by many people behind the scenes saying they all wanted to get me an Xbox Series X. Well, one person in particular contacted me about a week to a week and a half ago and had this unique story. I'm not going to say the person's name, nor am I going to say anything specific about them because I don't want them to be identified, okay? But essentially this person had said that last year, during the launch of the Xbox Series X, they had purchased one because they were on the fence about if they actually wanted to do it or if they wanted to continue to be a PC gamer. I guess this person is a PC gamer. And sadly, over the course of the last year, what's happened is so much info has come out that basically all the games that are going to be like Microsoft exclusives are going to be PC as well. So being that this person was a PC gamer, it really didn't benefit them to have the Xbox Series X. And apparently they had aspirations, they were going to give it to someone or whatever. It's just been sitting around for, 8 months now?
X the fucking doubt. Okay, I know plenty of people. I game a little bit on PC too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like 7 Days to Die and other little games like that. I mean, but I like my consoles too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll go wherever the games are, or whatever gives me the best experience, depending on what I'm looking for. People who are, I know plenty of people who just exclusively play on PC, but they have consoles. So that doesn't hold water or grease or whatever you want to call it. The next thing is someone buys a fucking Xbox and sits on it for 8 months, despite the demand that was going on right now to sell that shit for double what you paid for it. Really? And then on top of that, let's go with his next notation. Oh, well, they thought about they could give it to someone. Okay, so like a family member, a nephew or a niece or something like that. They decided to go ahead and give it to Dark Side Phil before providing for their own family. If they really don't give a shit about this, if they don't even care about it, if they never even thought about opening it or trying it, they would rather give it to you instead of giving it to one of their own family members. Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? There's no way in hell. And then here's the real icing on the cake for me, because I'm not going to hit every point, because, you know, I leave some stuff out there. This dude sat on it for 8 months. You've been bitching about the Xbox since it was announced. And then think about it when he got the PS4, when he got the new, not PS4, I'm sorry, the new PS5. He was talking about, hey, I want to get the next Xbox too. I want to get it. I want to get it. I want to get it. Which fits right into the same timeline. And they never thought about, well, I really enjoy Dark Side Phil, and I'm a loyal cuck. I mean, I'm a loyal follower, I got this Xbox sitting here. I'm not doing shit with it. Maybe I should just send it to him. You fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? No. Hell no. Hell no.
Unused, sealed, you know, and so they offered to send it to me. And I was like, again, I'm skeptical. I'm like, this is going to be, being 100% truthful with all of you. I completely expected this was going to be, someone was going to send me the Xbox box of rocks. Do you guys remember the joke that I made last year?
Oh yeah, let's talk about the joke that cocksucker made. So, Super Blind Man, okay? Super Blind Man ends up announcing on Twitter that PlayStation sent him a PS5 because he's done some work in the gaming community as it pertains to those who are disabled, and they wanted, and I think he actually helped with one of the development, he helped in the development of some of the features that help people who are disabled. So they decided to send him a PS5, or he's helping them develop, one of the two. So they sent him a PS5 instead of Dark Side Phil either not saying a goddamn thing or just being happy for him that, hey, congratulations, you got a PS5. He's sitting here making these lame-ass jokes that... oh, man, I'm sorry. He's making these lame-ass jokes that Super Blind Man can't even see about how, oh, yeah, I got my PS5 too, and has a picture of a bunch of fucking rocks. And then after people started shitting on him over doing that shit, then he sent his little pity-patter congratulations off to Super Blind Man for it. This ungrateful son of a bitch couldn't even be happy for someone who has supported him for years and, in some ways, try to frontline for him when someone can direct him in the right direction against haters. Super Blind Man has vehemently fucking tried to defend Phil and his bullshit. And you couldn't be... and that, yes. And he also helped with The Last of Us 2. Which, matter of fact, I thought Super Blind Man would have... I thought Super Blind Man would have woke the fuck up a little bit when he heard all the shit that Phil had to say about that game. And even if you don't like that game, fair enough, but at least understand or at least appreciate that Super Blind Man was able to contribute to the game community in a way that you never could. He just will see. Wow. It's true though, but goddamn. But that's how far Dark Side Phil's jealousy went when it came to Super Blind Man. Instead of just being happy for that dude, he decided to go ahead and just shit on the whole idea. Oh, well, why didn't I get one? Who the fuck is he? I'm bigger than Super Blind Man, and I can see. My eyes are still good. Well, not really. I need to wear glasses, but I don't. But still. Like, look at that piece of fucking garbage. Yikes. Fucking yikes.
All the content creators and influencers on the internet were getting free consoles like candy, and they were all posting up their pictures. Oh, look, I get my free console. I get my free console. Well, I posted up, I got my free console, and it was a box of...
He's shitting on Super Blind Man right there. Because Super Blind Man was one of those guys saying, hey... Because he actually shit on a bunch of people. Because I know Agent Proper, Super Crazy, some of you guys who were up there on Twitter or on Kiwi Farms, you know what I'm talking about. There was a bunch of people in the disabled community who were coming out and saying, hey, I thank you, Sony, for this. Thank you, Sony, for that, for sending us a PS5. There was a bunch of people in the disabled community that were putting that up. Not just influencers, right? Not just your run-of-the-mill golden child or golden chosen few, if you will, as Phil likes to call them. There was a bunch of people from different demographics who were privileged with this, and he's shitting on all of them. He's shitting on all of them, and that was what I'm not sure if it was just Lip Jan, but I know that was one of the things that Mighty D was trying to tell Super Blind Man on Twitter. I was gonna say he was trying to get Super Blind Man to realize it or visualize it, but sorry, he was trying to convey that message to Super Blind Man, and Super Blind Man he kept defending Phil, just like the good cuck, like you can set your watch to the shit. It was sad to watch. It was sad to fucking see that shit.
Was a PC gamer, it really didn't benefit them to have the Xbox Series X, and apparently they had aspirations they were gonna give it to someone or whatever. It's just been sitting around for 8 months now, unused, sealed, and so...
Okay, another thing, unused and sealed. So I bought this console because I thought I wanted it. Then I came to the realization that, oh, well, I'm going to be able to get some of these same games on my PC. You never thought about at least opening the console up to make sure the damn thing works? At the very least, at the very fucking least, you didn't open it up to at least make sure the damn thing works, or make sure that everything's in it, or whatever the case. Are you fucking seeing? And then, thank you, like I said, Super Crazy, why wouldn't you send this shit to him sooner? Like, come on, bruh. Oh shit! One time he said it was unsealed. Is that in this video? Did I already pass it? Here, if you guys don't mind, because you know me, I love my replay button. We're gonna bring it back a little bit. Let's see. Oh, he did say the words unsealed. All right, here, we're gonna bring the whole story back. No, don't worry, not the whole video, just the story. Just the story.
You're offering them something, a possibility of improvement.
Okay, right here. Well, we're gonna start it over from here. Oh no, he says it later. Okay, no problem. Like I said, I'll go ahead and we'll re-go over the segment and whatnot, because that's what I do. And then when we get up to that, you know what I'm saying, we'll come in and we'll chew it up.
Or something that's a big positive, and then you mess with them because you think it's funny. Oh yeah, it's real funny to get someone's hopes up who's thinking about the positive stuff for the future, and then you just shit all over them, right? And there was one person who actually strung me along for 2 weeks. And the thing is, I'm not like I used to be. Like, I used to be like, oh, I believe everything. I'm not gullible anymore. I'm way more skeptical than gullible at this point. Like, anyone who says anything like that, I just don't believe it. I'm like, whatever, I'll follow along with it, and if it ends up being something...
I'm sorry, real fast. I know I said I was just going to let this go along, but I'm not as gullible anymore. I'm far more skeptical, and if someone says something, oh, well, I just kind of go along with it, whatever, put your money where your mouth is and whatnot, but I'll follow along with it. So, yeah, you're still gullible because you still have hope lied on that. You still have hope attached to this situation. Jesus Christ, Phil.
Positive or true, great, but in the 99 out of 100 times, it's going to be bullshit. Okay? So...
Also, real fast, was the Xbox on his Amazon wish list at all? Does anybody know for sure? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I know that was thrown around too a little bit. Is there a controller for the Xbox, an extra controller, I should say, on his Amazon wish list? If anybody can confirm that, that'd be, you know what I'm saying? We'll just get that into the conversation, and I'll look it up later.
I was contacted by many people behind the scenes saying they all wanted to get me an Xbox Series X. Well, one person in particular contacted me about a week to a week and a half ago and had this unique story. I'm not going to say the person's name, nor am I going to say anything specific about them because I don't want them to be identified, okay? But essentially this person had said that last year, during the launch of the Xbox Series X, they had purchased one because they were on the fence about if they actually wanted to do it or if they wanted to continue to be a PC gamer. I guess this person is a PC gamer. And sadly, over the course of the last year, what's happened is so much info has come out that basically all the games that are going to be like Microsoft exclusives are going to be PC as well. So being that this person was a PC gamer, it really didn't benefit them to have the Xbox Series X. And apparently they had aspirations, they were going to give it to someone or whatever. It's just been sitting around for, 8 months now? Unused, sealed, and so they offered to send it to me. And I was like, again, I'm skeptical. I'm like, this is going to be, being 100% truthful with all of you. I completely expected this was going to be, someone was going to send me the Xbox Box of Rocks. Do you guys remember the joke that I made last year? When all the content creators and influencers on the internet were getting free consoles like candy, and they were all posting up their pictures. Oh, look again.
Oh yeah, Jesse, if anybody sent me anything, trust me, you're gonna know. You're going to know. And that's just human decency though. Like someone went out of their way and in a lot of ways put you before themselves. Like you can't do anything but appreciate that. But it is what it is. But I think I can speak for a lot of detractors though who would feel the exact same way. So
I get my free console. Get my free console. Well, I posted up, I got my free console, and it was a box of rocks. The Xbox Box of Rocks, the new console, right? So I honestly thought this is what I was getting. I thought I was going to be opening a box and getting a box of bricks or rocks, or open it up and a glitter bomb explodes in my face and permanently dyes my face with like non-washable ink, and now I have like disgusting blotches all over my face for the rest of my life. Who knows? You never know with these fuckers. They're really disgusting people, a lot of these trolls, okay? So I thought the whole thing was fake. And then all of a sudden, late last week, this person sent me tracking info stating, hey, I actually shipped it today and it's coming to you early next week. Here you go. And I looked at it, I was like, wow, this person actually went out of their way to ship something. This wasn't like a fake guy who was just dragging me along. This person actually shipped something to me.
Wait, okay, so we have a couple problems, but before that, big ups to Anley who's in the chat. Since this is his video, by the way. One, we have a problem. We all know how paranoid Phil is when it comes to his bullshit. Okay. How is it possible that someone sends you tracking information? Well, how is it possible for DSP to have someone send him tracking information and him just go with it and be okay with it? Phil has always said, if you want to send me something, reach out to me by email. We'll correspond a little bit so I can get some information, and I'll let you know if I want it or not. If not, I'm more than likely going to toss it away. I'm going to throw it away. How's that? No. Phil has always said that. This is the same idiot. Excuse me. This is the same idiot that back in the day when he used to have his fan mail series, you can go under some of the comments if you can find the videos, and people are like, hey Phil, I sent you this, did you get it? No, I haven't gotten it. No, I haven't seen it. No, I'm not sure what's going on. He told people in those same videos, hey, I'm seeing a lot of messages in the comment section that people have sent me stuff and they were asking me if I got it. I haven't. If I haven't received it, then it might be something to do with whatever country you're in, or maybe the mail is just running a little late to my P.O. box, or whatever the case may be. Please go ahead and check it out. Find out what's going on. Send me some tracking information. I'll try to help you. Now, later on down the line, he admitted that, a lot of stuff that came in for me, I didn't recognize the name, or I was kind of scared. I was kind of scared of what might have been in it, so I threw it away. Just outright told people I threw it away. And these are these were pieces of these people's culture. You know what I'm saying? These were things that they wanted to share with him to broaden his horizons. And he tossed it away like absolute fucking trash because he's this paranoid piece of shit. So you're telling me this random dude, maybe not random, this person out of nowhere says, hey, here's the tracking information. I got a package coming to you. And you're just like, oh, okay, great. I mean, it's already on the way. You can't do anything about it either which way, but you were just that accepting to it. But then again, he's still kind of shitting on that person too, because even up till the moment he's received it, he still thinks it might be rocks or it might be whatever. Think about that. Think about that. Unless it's priority mail. If it's priority mail, I think they may give him a tracking number. Maybe. But don't quote me on that. Oh, that's right. He did say this is U.S. Postal, right? Huh. That's actually a very good... I know with priority mail, you can track it to an extent. Huh. That's actually a very good question. Yes? Okay, wait a second. He said that this was delivered to his house. Well, okay, never mind. U.S. Postal would do that. So yeah, there might be some tracking information. But keep in mind though too, he's already admitted that he bought it. So keep in mind, we're still going along with that. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't work out the variables. All right, fair enough, chat. Let's continue. But yeah, it is confirmed that he bought it himself. Because he's a fucking idiot and he let it slip. Oh no. Give me just a second. I screwed up as I normally do. Give me just a minute.
I thought the whole thing was fake. And then all of a sudden, late last week, this person sent me tracking info.
Okay, yeah, we're
stating,
right where we need to be.
I actually shipped it today, and I posted up, I got my free console, and it was a box of rocks. The Xbox box of rocks, the new console, right? So I honestly thought this is what I was getting. I thought I was going to be opening a box and getting a box of...
No, that was my bad. Sorry about that. That was my bad.
Bricks or rocks, or open it up and a glitter bomb explodes in my face and permanently dyes my face with, like, non-washable ink, and now I have, like, disgusting blotches all over my face for the rest of my life. You know, who knows? You never know with these fuckers. They're really disgusting people. A lot of these trolls, okay? So, I thought the whole thing was fake. And then all of a sudden, late last week, this person sent me tracking info stating, hey, I actually shipped it today and it's coming to you early next week. Here you go. And I looked at it, I was like, wow, this person actually went out of their way to ship something. This wasn't like a fake guy who was just dragging me along. This person actually shipped something to me. Okay, that's cool. But again, it could be anything. And the other thing is, this person shipped via USPS. USPS essentially gives you zero info about what's coming to your house. I'm not even kidding. They won't even tell you the size of the package, the weight, nothing. They just say, here's a tracking number, it's coming. That's it. It's pathetic. They really should do a better job. Any other company, FedEx, UPS, they'll give you information about the package coming to your house. USPS gives you nothing, all right? So I didn't know what was coming. It could have literally been a greeting card. I opened it up and said...
Wait, UPS, FedEx, yeah, they'll give you not necessarily a size, but they'll give you like an idea of the weight, for sure. But even still, whatever. We're that paranoid that we need to know exact sizes of packages now. Get the fuck out of here. All right,
motherfucker, you're a gullible idiot. I didn't know what was happening. Okay, so. All of a sudden, overnight, I got an email, because I had signed up for email updates for this thing. Overnight, I got an email that said, oh, it's actually arrived in Washington State, and you will probably be getting it on Monday. Didn't say when, but it says you'll probably be getting it on Monday. So I said, oh. So, obviously, I was getting a little excited, and I was like, let me post up on my social media about a possible surprise tomorrow, because I don't know if this is real or not. I don't know. This could be completely fake, but let's just see. So I posted up about the possible surprise. And, of course, that led everyone to do insane speculation about what it could be. Some people saying, oh...
That's true. Annalie brings up a good point. If he was smart, he would reveal this later on down the line. But he's He's not that smart. He's not that smart. Not at all. He's not even thinking that far. He's like a kid on Christmas morning. Like, oh, I got my nice shiny little thing. Let me go ahead and open it. That's all he gives a fuck about.
Could be Jasper got a cat pregnant. Like some ridiculous shit. Like what are these people talking about? They can be the most ridiculous things, right? So anyway, this morning I get another email stating the package will be delivered between 8 a.m. and noon. I was like, wow, that's perfect. Because if it actually does get delivered, then I can tell everyone for real if it's for real. And if it is real, then that means, holy crap, we're going to have fun today because I'm going to be able to cover the Xbox Series X. I mean, better, you know what they say, better late than never. I didn't get it in November when it was new, but at least I'll be able to cover this console now, which I have not been able to touch or cover in how many months, right? It'll be something new and interesting. Okay? So
just because it's new to you doesn't make it interesting to anybody else. Everybody who's wanted to see what the Xbox looks like unboxed, they've already done it. So how is that new or interesting? Like, people have already seen it. Like, it's on and done with. If that's something that you want to go ahead and jerk off with on your personal time, then so be it. But for you to present this to the chat like you're right there day one with everybody else is bullshit. Two, why would he say, oh, I can go ahead and tell the stream about this, or I can announce it on stream and let people know it's real? You didn't tell anybody beforehand that someone was donating it to you and it was going to show up. So what was there to reveal to a group of people who didn't even know about it? All right, then.
So it arrived like moments ago. That's why I just took the break. The USPS drove up and delivered it, and I had to dodge between the elephants that were outside. Okay, so it was a little tough. It's actually a little wet because the elephants were spraying everywhere. But I dried it off, and I can confirm with you that it's real. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could be patient here for a second. Ah! Fuck. That's not what I meant to do. I clicked the wrong... Well, actually, I didn't click the wrong thing, but I didn't realize that it was set up like that. Hold on. Because this is all on the fly. This is, Here we go. So, I can confirm with you... It's real. It's damn real. It's here. And I actually untaped it and opened it just to make sure the console was in there because I was like, what are the chances I open it and there's like a brick in there? No, it's really in there. So, without giving any specifics or names, thank you so much to the person who just donated this. Because this is going...
Okay, so right there he says that he opened it, but the way he has the box tilted, it was almost like he was trying to hide something. But that's just detractor speculation on my part. I don't know if there would be like a Best Buy tag or something on the top of it. I wouldn't think so, but you never know. And why would he have that shit shipped from Best Buy anyway? Just have Catherine go out and pick it up, for Christ's sake. She's gonna probably go by and see Jim and Tyrone on the way home anyway. So what the fuck? As long as she makes it home on time to cook din din, who gives a shit?
Talked about. All right. This is going to... Did my camera just freeze? Well, it did. My camera froze and unfroze. Did you see that? The hell was that? I don't know why my camera froze and unfroze. This is going to add a whole new level of content to my streams. All right? Because... Why? Game Pass, man. Seriously, Game Pass is going to completely add to the content that I'm doing here. Okay? Pretty good. All right, and I'm excited about that because, as you know, with Game Pass, there's going to be so many games coming out that I'm not going to have to pay full price for. I'll be able to check out games that I normally wouldn't have gotten because I don't have to pay for them. It's just $15 a month for Game Pass, right? But in addition to that, all the Xbox exclusives now I'm going to be able to play at launch.
Here's my question. What happens to all the influencer copies and codes that he occasionally gets? What are the people who usually donate games to him? Are they going to actually contribute to him through tipping now? Through subs? Or, sorry, gifted memberships whenever that happens? Through Patreon? What's going to happen with all of that? Or are those people just going to go ahead and donate PS5 games instead? Just out of curiosity. Just something to have going through your noodle.
And the idea that we had, which was, we just brainstormed this over the last couple of
And
months.
like I said on Agent Proper stream, he's going to, no, on James the Lesser stream, I think it was, he's going to have a hard time calling broke now that, you know, you don't have to pay for each and every fucking Xbox game that comes out. At least the ones that are going to be on Game Pass. Keep in mind. So I'm anxious to see how that's going to be a thing as well. It's going to be real interesting to hear him explain, oh, I really need money to pay for games or to pay for this or pay for that when he's playing Xbox games for the next, 6 months, for example. I'm going to be very interested in hearing how he's going to memory hole this whole conversation to say that he really needs that money. He really does. He needs it to pay his bills. And so Jasper don't starve.
The idea was, I could do Game Pass nights. What we'll do is one night a week, sit down and look at Game Pass and pick out, say, 5 games that look good. And then one night, if it's a random night I have nothing to do, I can sit there and play some of the games.
He said, sorry, as Drunken Phil, by the way. We've all seen this before. This is exactly what he said for the Nintendo Mini, the Sega Genesis Mini. I don't know if he got the TurboGrafx 16 Mini or not. He said the exact same thing for all of those things. And I think some people in the fan base actually paid for those, by the way. I don't know if they paid for all of them, but they paid for most of them. He said it for all of those things too. And as you guys have already said, all that shit's collecting dust. All of it. And he bitched and complained when those things came out and said, I really want one. I really want one. It's going to help contribute to the streams. It's going to contribute to the content. It's going to be something new. And it's going to kind of help me. How did he word it? It's going to help me scratch that. It's going to help me quench that craving that I have for the old retro games and so on and so forth. Okay, never got the TurboGrafx. My bad, buddy. Good luck. I didn't know if he was asking for it though. But yeah, he didn't get it. I apologize. I didn't know if he had it or not. So there you go. Yeah, exactly. 3 streams and gone. Straight to fucking ban world.
You know, check out these games on Game Pass that I, otherwise wouldn't have checked out. Otherwise, I just never would have played them, right? So because of Game Pass, this is going to change the way that I make content. I mean, seriously. I've been talking about this all year, how long-term Game Pass is going to actually benefit gamers and content creators. No more risk with getting a game under Game Pass because it's all including, right? So, here we go. This is cool. I'm very excited. Now, let's talk because this is changing what I'm doing today, all right? Originally, today's schedule was going to be as follows. It was going to be Fallout New Vegas on the first stream, and then on the late stream, I was going to do an MLB The Show 21 chill stream.
That doesn't mean shit because, I mean, like I said, Fallout, he had already made, or Fall Gout, he already made his money off of that, and think of all the progress that he made, or lack thereof, of progress that he made through the marathon. So the Fallout shit doesn't mean anything. And we already heard in the last video that we just went over that he was thinking about dropping MLB The Show anyway. Doesn't mean anything. So trust me, this wasn't any break in the norm. This actually worked out to his benefit.
No, we're changing that.
Which means, at least for me anyway, he knew it was coming. He knew what he paid for was coming in that day, I should say.
The first stream, I'm now going to go wrestle elephants outside. So we're going to have a live IRL stream out in the street where I'm going to be fighting the elephants for about 2-3 hours. It'll be pretty exciting. It's the first time I've ever done that kind of content.
Because he is what he is. At the end of the day, Darkside Phil doesn't market himself or he doesn't present himself to bring in new people. He's only there to hold on to the people that he has. And that's it. That's why he doesn't feel a need to present himself in such a way or to better himself in such a way. That's why he doesn't market himself out to nobody or to anything, I should say. At the end of the day, he prefers word of mouth, and that word of mouth has to come from people who are already under the pignosis. Because he's so comfortable with these people, you hear how he treats them. You see how he treats them, I should say, and you hear how he talks to them. That they're not going to air quotes judge him. You know what I'm saying? On how he conducts himself. That's the reason. Or at least that's my theory anyway. And that's the reason why he's failing on Twitch. Or that's why he was failing on Twitch. And that's why he was failing on YouTube. Yeah, he had the smallest demographic of cucks who gave him the most amount of money, but that's not growth. You know what I'm saying? That's not growth at all. And that pool has been getting smaller and smaller and smaller as it will continue to. It is what it is. And he looks like he literally just rolled up out of bed. And I can't remember his excuse was for shaving or for not shaving. Something about he has sensitive skin. I don't know. He doesn't go outside. He's not getting enough vitamin D anyway. Neither is Catherine. So it is what it is.
All right, no. The first stream, I'm still going to be doing Fallout New Vegas. That hasn't changed. Why would I not play Fallout New Vegas on the main stream? It doesn't make any sense. Let's get good progress. Let's have a nice chill stream like always. But tonight's late stream, tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, I'll be live unboxing this because I have not opened it. I just opened it to see if it was in there. Closed it right back up. Live unboxing. Live hooking up. I have to actually rearrange my shit now that I'm looking at this. I guess what I'm going to have to do is...
Why does this matter? Like, no one gives a shit. I understand that you're back on YouTube. I understand that you're trying to settle in to your tomb, as this inevitably is going to end up being. But no one gives a shit about the unboxing. Like, when you're on your little 3-hour break or whatever, set the shit up and let's just go ahead and get into whatever gameplay that you decided to jump into. This whole unboxing thing doesn't mean anything anymore. I mean, granted, it didn't really mean a whole lot when he was doing it back in the day, at least not at first. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you want to see an unboxing, if you want to see the specs of something, if you want to get all of its dimensions and everything, there are great YouTubers that you can go to for all that. You don't need him, which is what he's mad about.
Move my PS4 Pro, just get it out of there because I don't really need it anymore. Everything goes through the PS5 now. So I'll
rip to the PS4 Pro and to whoever the cuck was who sent him the money to get that. So, congratulations. You played yourself.
The PS4 Pro... Well, yeah, because if I move the PS4 Pro, then I could put the PS3 where the PS4 Pro is, and then this Xbox...
Why the fuck do you still got the PS3 there? So, you literally have all these electronics that he's basically not using, just siphoning energy for no fucking reason. When's the last time he even played anything on the PS3? So why is it even there? Why haven't you put that in a box already and thrown it into the closet with all the other shame and failures that you have? The fuck? It's like it's literally just walking into a kid's room essentially, or into a child's play area. That's all it is. You just have shit like sprung around all over the place.
Series X can go next to the PS5 on the bottom floor there. Yeah, the bottom level of my... Well, I had to wipe it. It's so dirty. Oh god, I have so much dust over there. Ooh. It's pretty dirty.
Which is even more shitty, because how is it that Catherine actually has to get up and go to work, and then she comes home and keeps the rest of the house clean, she keeps food cooked and whatnot, she does the majority of the groceries because Phil can't lift them, and this ass clown only has to maintain one room. One room this idiot has to maintain, and he can't even do that. God damn.
Okay, so, yes, tonight's late stream will be the unboxing, live hookup, and initial exploration of the Xbox Series X. That's going to be tonight's late stream, okay? Now, tomorrow, we got some options, all right? Tomorrow, I can either do Mass Effect 3 like I was going to do normally, or we can just say delay.
Imagine the smell. I imagine the smell is the equivalent, because remember, Phil and Catherine don't dump out the trash every week, and whenever they clean out Jasper's litter box, they just plop it in the trash and they just let it sit there and essentially ferment, I should say. So I imagine that house is something vicious. If I had to imagine his game room, I assume what raw bacon that's been left out at room temperature for, I don't know, an unknown amount of weeks, I assume that's what it smells like. And I assume whether it's the smell or it has to be the smell to some degree, is the reason why he keeps his door closed the majority of the time. Even when Catherine's home. I could see her being like, yeah, I want that door closed. I don't want to smell that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about. That's kind of the problem. Yep, smells like bacon grease and failure. pickles, onions, and vinegar. Oh, that's nasty. It's nasty.
The Mass Effect stream, let's do an Xbox stream where basically I kind of mess around with it. I jump online, we see what's under Game Pass. I'm going to join Game Pass for sure. I'm going to join Game Pass now. It's a no-brainer that
I thought he had Game Pass already though for his Xbox 360. Or no, not for Xbox 360. Sorry, for the console that came after it, for the last gen Xbox. I thought he already had Game Pass. I thought.
Do so, okay. So we jump online, we see what's available under Game Pass, maybe even try out a few games under Game Pass and compare them with how those games, say, performed on PlayStation 5. You know what I mean? Like, I think we could do a whole kind of Xbox exploration stream tomorrow as the main gameplay stream. All right? If I had absolutely 100% known this was coming today, I would have had this as the main stream today, but I didn't know if it was real. And I certainly didn't want to waste everyone's time and then screw my schedule up. Plus, there's people who really like the Fallout playthrough, including me. All right? And I didn't want to screw up.
Another example of a sociopath, he tries so hard to convey to people how honest he is. And it just never comes through. Like, it doesn't, it's not real. And no matter how much he tries to fake it, it just, same thing. And I mean, granted, though, too, the only two women that he's ever slept with had to fake it with him, too. So he probably can't tell the difference between what's real and what's fake anyway. Sorry, Phil. I just thought I'd be honest and tell you about that. Just saying. So, under those circumstances, you could have some type of feeling for him. But, you know, it is what it is. Real recognizes real.
Today's schedule for those people. All right, so that's the plan. The plan is, right now, today's first stream will still be Fallout New Vegas. The late stream, I will live unbox, live hook up, and do initial explorations of the Xbox Series X. Tomorrow's main stream, we will actually dive deep into the console. Check out what games are available under Game Pass. I'll sign up for Game Pass Live, do all that, check it out, download some games, see how fast is the internet speed, downloading games and shit. Try a few games, see how they run, see how they look on the console. Okay? And the cool thing about this is, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? I get to stream at 1080p 60 frames per second, so you get to see the true quality at launch. Unlike PS5, where I was stuck doing 720p for Twitch. Right? Pretty damn cool. Alright? So, again, thank you to the person who donated this. I'm not going to reveal any personal information about them because I get the feeling they don't want to be harassed online. Thank you so much to the person who did donate this. Alright? So, wow. This is awesome. This is different. This is something new and exciting for me. Instead of just doing the same stuff I was going to do this week, now this opens up possibilities of all the content that I'm going to be doing moving forward. It really does. With Game Pass, literally blows the door. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Later this month, I get to play it. How cool is that?
Why the fuck is he so obsessed with this Flight Simulator thing? I mean, is this him reminiscing from Top Gun or one of those like older movies like that? What is this? He can barely drive a car, and I'm supposed to expect him to be able to fly a plane. Is that what we've come down to? Is that what this is? And then, does he not realize he could have adjusted his settings on Twitch? See, he's still butthurt from like 2013 or whatever it was when they told him to bring down his bit rate, and he got pissed off and he grabbed his fucking ball of snorts and went home. He's still holding on to that shit. Like, are we not? And just because he worked at a helicopter job didn't mean he actually flew anything. Trust me. Trust me. People, there'd be casualties, ladies and gentlemen, if that was the case. There'd be casualties, chat.
I said, wow, what a cool, chill stream that would be to play Microsoft Flight Simulator, and now I get to play it because I have the console. Next month, there's so many games under Game Pass next month. Hades, 12 Minutes, Psychonauts 2 are just the three popping into my head that are going to be available because of Game Pass instead of me having to pay all that money to buy each one, and they're all going to run at incredibly high quality, right? It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. All right, so thank you again to the person who did this. I mean, you really went out of your way to help me out, and I'm going to send a personal message to this person later today to say thank you so much. Because
are you going to do an OnlyFans video for him? Is that what that is? Like you used to do with Patreon? Is it you going to get a personal video? If it's only iced coffee, he may have certain demands, Phil. I hope you're okay with that. Just saying. I'm not that I can predict what Only Iced Coffee's interest is, but I'm just saying. Just saying.
It's very hard. We were so skeptical. I was incredibly skeptical that this was real. I thought this was going to be baloney, and it's actually real. And that's fucking awesome. Okay? Okay. Yes, I'm aware you can play the same games as on your Xbox One on this. I know that. That's why I'm going to start, as of tonight, hook it up. And what we can do is try to continue the playthroughs. I don't know how...
I'm telling you, I think he has Game Pass already for the Xbox One. I'm pretty sure he does. Yeah, yes, demands, Max. Demands. Only Iced Coffee has shelled out quite a bit of money. I'm sure there's a couple of people in there that can give you some ideas, but it's definitely well over $4,000. If not, it's probably even more than that. I assume he's going to have some demands. Just saying. And your typical Twitch thought will do a whole lot for a whole lot less. Just throwing it out there. Have a good time sleeping with that at night.
It works with the cloud saving with Xbox One. Like, I don't know with Fallout New Vegas if I'd be able to upload like my game saves to the cloud and then...
Okay, real quick. Over under. Does Phil color his hair? Like, I know it's minute and it doesn't really mean much of anything, but seriously though, does anybody get that? Because the way he's, not to say that, you know, how you're graying in your beard is going to exactly reflect on what's going on your head, but I'm just saying, something tells me that he does that, which is weird because he only bathes twice a day anyway, but then again, it kind of works well into the cycle. So I just want to throw that out there. You know what I mean? Unless grease has some type of magical properties that I don't know about that allows him to do so. Just saying. Just fucking saying. Okay. All right, so some other people are thinking the same. He got triggered on Twitter? Of course he did. Yeah, my fault. You're right. No, not twice a day. My bad. I mean, twice a week. Maybe only once a week, actually. Actually, when it gets cooler out, who's to say that he'll bathe at all? You know what I'm saying? He may go more than 5 days once it starts to get cooler outside. Spray paint hair. All right, let's continue. Holy shit.
Re-download them so that I could continue on this console. I don't know how that works. Obviously, I know how it works for PS4 to PS5 on the PS5, but I don't know if that works with older games. Like this is an Xbox 360 game that I'm playing on the Xbox One. I don't know if that'll work on this one or not. We'll have to think about that and try to figure it out. Okay? All right, now, before I get too ahead of myself, all right, it doesn't matter what I say and do. Some people will...
You're right. It's not really a goatee. You're right, Dead. It doesn't actually. It's not much of a goal. I mean, it never really was. He was always weird with his facial hair, and this slant. I think that's one of the reasons why you don't have a full goatee here anymore, because people started to question the way that his goatee looked and that slant that he has there, and I think he stopped doing it so he could try to hide that. That's just me, though. I'm a petty detractor, so what do you expect?
Always believe me, and some people will always disbelieve me, and some people are always on the fence. No, I didn't buy this. I don't have money for this. I do not have money for this console. I didn't buy it. Upload like my games to the cloud and then re-download them so that I could continue on this console. I don't know how that works. Obviously, I know how it works for PS4 to PS5 on the PS5, but I don't know if that works with older games. Like this is an Xbox 360 game that I'm playing on the Xbox One. I don't know if that'll work on this one or not. We'll have to think about that and try to figure it out. Okay? All right, now, before I get too ahead of myself, all right? It doesn't matter what I say and do. Some people will always believe me, and some people will always disbelieve me, and some people are always on the fence. No, I didn't buy this. I don't have money for this. I do not have money for this console. I didn't buy it. I'm going to tell you 100% up front, I did not fucking buy this thing. I don't have money for it. This month has been the tightest month financially.
This retard. Okay, first things first. For a moment like this that's supposed to be a wholesome moment, if you will, this is him being very, very thankful that someone came through and helped him out. Why the fuck did you bring this up? Okay? Why the fuck did you bring this up? I don't even, and you know what I'm saying, Ann Lee has the chat up here too. I don't necessarily see anybody throwing that at him, so to speak. I don't know, Snow Carl's being named a couple times, so maybe he threw a zinger in there. But overall, there's not enough to make this need to be acknowledged. It's just not worthwhile. So what was the point of all this? It's almost like he purposely wanted to cast doubt so he can get attention from detractors, trolls, haters, and critics. Which is weird because most of them can't even get into his chat. So what does it matter? I'm not saying this is him trying to troll. There was like 4 or 5 people who said it. All right, good. All right, big ups. I might have missed that. But that's still not enough to address this. This should have been let go. This isn't important. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to giving me the console. This is what we're planning on doing with it later on today and in the future, and move the fuck on. This didn't need to be addressed. It really didn't. All he's doing is fanning the flames, if you will. Well, throwing more of his bacon grease onto the fire, essentially. That's good fuel. It was unnecessary.
Say and do. Some people will always disbelieve me, and some people are always on the fence. No, I didn't buy this. I don't have money for this. I do not have money for this console. I didn't buy it. I'm going to tell you 100% up front, I did not fucking buy this thing. I don't have money for it. This month has been the tightest month.
And then the bug-eyed look right at the camera, and then immediately dashing his eyes away, and then looking up at the sky everywhere and shit. These are all dead giveaways. Clearly, you've proven nothing doing this shit. And I do see Golden Colts there saying sus.
Financially for me in a many months. Every day I rely on your tips to even just pay my bills. No, I didn't drop money on this or anything like that. I did not pay $1 for it. It showed up today as a result of a fan donation. People will say otherwise. They'll say, "Oh, you see, he."
Now, think about what angry Phil. Now think about what he just said there. This right here is a result of a fan donation. I guarantee. Well, I can't guarantee you, but in a few months, if not even next year, maybe, watch how this story gets flipped into, oh, someone sent me the money, and that's what allowed me to buy it. Just like with that PS4 Pro and that 4K television. Same concept. He flipped the story a little. He altered the story, I should say, a little bit with that. So watch. This is going to come back to bite his ass later. I mean, granted, yet again, it's already been confirmed that he purchased it. But how he alters the story later on down the line is going to be the fun part. Him admitting it is just because he's an idiot.
Bought it and shit. I didn't buy anything. I don't have money for it. Well, trust me, if I had money, all right, there'd be many things I'd be doing right now, like paying my fucking bills so I don't have to tell you guys every day, please tip me, please tip me, please tip me. I'd be paying my utility bills and paying my fucking back taxes and not having to worry about, oh my God, I don't have money to pay my bills for the next 2 weeks. So people are just fucking assholes. They're going to say whatever they want. Believe whatever you want. I didn't pay $1 for this, and my fans are actually going to believe me because they realize I'm not a scumbag, while other people just say everything they possibly can to make me look bad. Fuck you. You have no evidence of anything because it's not true. I didn't pay anything for this. I didn't have any money to spend on it. Okay? Okay. All right, let's get this out of the way and let's continue with the pre-stream, because I actually have a lot to talk about on pre-stream today. We have game news and all kinds of stuff going on. So I'll go ahead and I'll put this over here to the side, and we'll deal with this tonight on the late stream. All right. Very nice. Ugh. All right, guys. Oh, let's see here. Jack B. Orders at his super chat says, how do you know the box isn't empty or filled with poo? I just said, downstairs I took the stickers off the box and just opened it briefly to see if the console was in there. It was. And then I saw the box with the accessories. I pulled it out. Look, the accessories are in there. I put it back in. And we're going to do a real unboxing later tonight. Okay?
All right, yeah. Big ups game night. Yeah, there's a little bit of lag on my end. My apologies. I'll try to get that worked out. But that's on my end, though. And yeah, you're right, Emily. He does have a tell. Like, well, that's one of his tells, I should say. He has a very, very clear tell. And he has to know it, because people have brought it up before. I mean, this whole thing, this whole situation here, it comes across as it's just staged. It's just staged. Because if he was so excited for this, why not just go ahead and unveil it now? Go ahead and throw up his shitty fucking slider music for another 20 minutes and shit while he gets all of his information and everything together and whatnot. And then go ahead and just spend the whole day playing the new Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Why not just do that? But that's just me, though.
So there you go. My nose is itching me. Ah. Okay. So, exciting night later tonight and tomorrow. Like I said, tonight we'll do the hookup, the unboxing, the hookup, the initial exploration. Tomorrow we'll do a full stream of Xbox Series X fun. We'll be checking out games under Game Pass and doing fun stuff on the main gameplay stream. So, wow, this week's schedule just completely flipped, huh? Pretty cool. Thank you, Jack.
Actually, guy with two names. Do you mean, when you're saying what stickers, do you mean the stickers that were supposed to be on the box? Because you're right, the box looks pristine. I don't see, like, if he opened it up, right, you don't see any of the what you would essentially think of abrasions, if you will, when you peel a box open. With that being said, I mean, I've opened up boxes that have like that large circle, clear circle sticker, and if you do it right, you can peel it back without taking any of the outside box with it too. If that's what you mean, of course. I'm just assuming. But you're right, I don't see any stickers up there either. You're absolutely correct. I don't see any stickers on that box either. Not at all.
Tips came in too. Let me do some shout outs for these tips. Okay. Hold on.
I'd be a terrible detective. I'd be a horrible detective. I'd be a good prosecutor. That's kind of what I do. That's what I do. I'd be a much better prosecutor. I'd leave the investigation up to people like Ann Lee, LSB, Agent Proper. Leave it to those guys. I mean, for just an example, just to name a few. I'm a prosecutor. That's what that is. I'm a prosecutor. Even though I'd probably be held in contempt, the way I would treat people like hostile fucking witnesses and shit on a constant basis and be reprimanded for it a lot. But that's where my shit comes from. I leave all the other stuff to the pros.
Let me I gotta get Jack up here on the leaderboard. Thank you, Jack, for the latest super chat. So Viper Higgins, actually, hold on. Overnight, I got a couple of tips. Alfred Aponte tipped me $2.30 overnight. Said, "Morning, Phil, for your push-ups last night on the Danganronpa stream." Thank you very much, Alfred, for that. What a hilarious debacle that I jump down and I do 25 push-ups and people want to debate. I didn't do it, but who gives a fuck? Viper Higgins tipped me $4.20. It said, Italy won the Euro 2020 finals last night against England. Pretty big deal. There's celebrations worldwide. Seeing as you're half Italian, are you going to bother to mention it? Well, I just did. And congratulations to Italy. And that's all I'm going to say because I don't care about soccer. Okay? All right. Snow Carl.
No, Agent Proper. I was proud when I was promoted as special agent and being one of the first special agents, and then had my own media division and with the DIA. I'm DIA for life, absolutely. Being an executioner, I'd probably make a good executioner. I just talk shit to him over and over and over again before I start cutting limbs off, because he's definitely getting drawed and quartered. He doesn't just get a quick death and whatnot. Or give his pay piggies the hope that maybe Phil will come and save them off the chopping block. But I know it'll never happen. But they don't. So the disappointment, the fear, and everything before it actually comes down on him is worthwhile. I think, anyway.
Tip to $1.30. Now, this is the first tip of the day. He says, congrats on the Xbox Series X. Please tell all these idiots, trolls, and conspiracy theorists in the chat, it's impossible for you to have used any marathon money from Saturday to buy the console. It wouldn't have shown up today. You're right. And anyone who says that is a fucking liar and is trying to slander or defame me and will be permanently banned from the chat. So go right ahead. I'm waiting for the first person to say something stupid like that so I could ban your fucking dumb ass. Right? I mean, how dumb can you be? You think that I got some funds on Sunday and magically overnight I somehow bought an Xbox that got delivered in one day? You may be a fucking idiot. Actually,
there you go. There you go. Thanks, Phil, for going ahead and putting that out there. Let's bring that back for a minute. Holy shit.
Celebrations worldwide. Seeing as you're half Italian, are you going to bother to mention it? Well, I just did. And congratulations to Italy. And that's all I'm going to say because I don't care about soccer. Okay? All right. Snow Carl tipped $1.30. Now, this is the first tip of the day. He says, congrats on the Xbox Series X. Please tell all these idiots, trolls, and conspiracy theorists in the chat, it's impossible for you to have used any marathon money from Saturday to buy the console. It wouldn't have shown up today. You're right. And anyone who says that is a fucking liar and is trying to slander or defame me and will be permanently banned from the chat. So go right ahead. I'm waiting for the first person to say something stupid like that so I could ban your fucking dumb ass. Right? I mean, how dumb can you be? You think that I got some funds on Sunday and magically overnight I...
Hateful and hurtful. But what the fuck? Just say money, Phil. Contributions, support. We keep dancing around what it is. It's money, Phil. It doesn't change anything. You're still a fucking beggar. That's all you do. Like, why do you have to make it weird by dancing around the word? It is what it is. Like, it's almost like he's trying to lessen his shame in a lot of ways. It's very, very strange. Just accept it for what it is. God damn.
Somehow bought an Xbox that got delivered in one day. You may be a fucking idiot. Actually, you just are an idiot. Like, you're not maybe an idiot. You legitimately are stupid. So go ahead and make your shit up with no logical sense whatsoever. Alright? No logical sense whatsoever. Go fuck yourself. I don't care about you. You're out of here. I just banned one of them. So, Snow Carl is 100% dead on correct with that one. Alberto Ponte took me $5.30. He says, Phil, I'm happy for you. In reality, it's normal. Both you and Kat were skeptical. Bro, good things happen to good people. Thank you, Alfred. Yeah, and the thing is, you know, sadly, with the amount of trolling that's happened to me in the last many years, I have to be skeptical. It's like I told you, for this one person who was truthful over the last 2-3 years, I probably had, no lie, probably about 30-40 people who all contacted me and were like, oh, Phil, I'd like to help you out in this way. I'd like to help you out in this way. And then after, you know, talking with them for about a week or two, when it comes to the point where they claim they're going to help, they say, gout, 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 fatty, fat, fuck. Oh, so you're 4 years old. I understand. So that's what I mean. Like, I don't believe this shit anymore. I just don't. Like, I don't believe that good things can happen to me.
Yeah, I like how he doesn't believe in day one delivery, but this is the same idiot who says that to ship something 4 states away, it was like 4 or 5 states away, it was going to cost him $100 just in shipping. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
Because I've been conditioned to think otherwise by bad things happening to me. So when something like this happens to me, I'm like, it's kind of like, it's hard to believe that this is here sitting next to me right now. Like, literally, it's very difficult for me to look at that box and think that it's really there because I don't believe it. You know what I mean? Like, but it is. It's here. You know? So, thank you. Thank you very much to this person. Again, I'll write a message later today to this person personally. Timbo Slice to me $1.30 said Fallout New Vegas does work on the Series X. I'm playing it now. Oh, that's cool. But here's the question. Can you transfer your save? Is there a way for me to transfer my saves, right, from the Xbox One to the Xbox Series X? Because there is, then there is no reason for me to have my Xbox One anymore, right? As soon as I get this thing up and running, I get Xbox Live and Xbox Game Pass enabled, there's zero reason for me to have my Xbox One anymore. But the question is, you know, can I transfer my save files over? Because I don't know if I can or not. Okay. I guess we'll find out. I gotta figure it out. I don't know. Like I said, we're gonna do this all together. We're trying to figure shit out. So, Choco Boko has tipped me $5 and says, aha, I knew you had a history of wrestling when you were talking about the elephants outside your house. I have to ask, have you ever wrestled with pros like Mike Hagar or Zangief? Yes. We actually had this amazing triple threat match. No, obviously I'm just being silly about stuff, but Mike Hagar, of course, one of the main characters of Final Fight, the Mayor. He became known as the Mayor virally when he was part of Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but I knew him from back in the 90s, Final Fight days. And of course, Zangief, everyone knows, the historic grappler from Mazarasha in Street Fighter. Right? Very nice. Okay. All right. Very, very nice. Okay, now. Let's continue on. Now, here's the thing. By the way, guys, and I'm just going to say this publicly quickly before we get, because I have game news I want to talk about before we get to today's Fallout stream. So I publicly want to say something. First of all, obviously, thank you to everyone who supports me. Thank you to everyone who has tipped, who has super chatted, became a member, and of course, to anyone who over the years has helped me. I mean, again, the reason my streams are successful is because of you. Actually, I should go to the camera for this one. The reason my streams are successful is because of you. Yes, because I'm here every day and I have work ethic and I put out fun streams for you guys, but it's because of you and your interaction with me, your participation, and your support of me that my streams are as good as they are and that they still are as good and consistently good as they are after 13 years.
let's let the bug-eyed thing happen there. Okay, so my streams are successful because of you, despite the fact that the day before this, and the day before that, and the day before that, we were bitching and complaining about how we weren't getting enough money. Secondly, work ethic. If he had a work ethic, he would be able to put money aside to get the things he needs to keep the streams running the way they're supposed to be running, instead of being reliant on the very people who are there to watch the content. You're forcing them to participate in it. You're, if you want to call that an interactive stream, the only real interaction that happens in the stream is you give Phil money, and then he keeps moving on from there. At the end of the day, whether there's 10 people watching this garbage or 10,000 people watching this garbage, he's still going to be here. That's not having a work ethic. That's not how that works. Sorry. That's not how that pans out. Okay? So I don't know where we're reaching with that. That doesn't work that way. And if that was the case, and if it is the chat that actually makes the stream, why the fuck do we always keep telling people to get out and never come back? Why is that a thing, ladies and gentlemen? If it's all about the chat and it's all about you people who've been basically carrying me along, kicking and screaming for 13 years, why the fuck are we letting the detractors, trolls, haters, and critics basically derail the streams and fuck up the vibe? If it's supposed to be all about the content, why is it that we let the small demographic, it's not that small, but you know what I mean, this demographic of people ruin it for everybody? Why is that a thing? Yikes.
The last few years, things have been so financially tight for me. The PlayStation 4 Pro that I used for the longest time now is because of you guys. The TV I'm using is because of you guys. The controller, the extra controller that I have for PS5 is because of you guys. So much stuff around here is because you guys support me and help me, and I really appreciate that. Now, this is just the next step. We're going to get so much content out of this Xbox Series X. As long as it works. Now that I'm saying this, I should knock on wood. As long as it works, we're going to get tons of content out of this Xbox Series X. Thank you so much for that, all right? And there were a few people who behind the scenes actually were other people who said they were going to work to get me an Xbox Series X as early as this month. They were saying, you know, it's hard to get, and they were going to try to buy one, but it's a pain in the ass because, again, to get these consoles, you have to sit in queues.
Did we forget the original story that there were 5 people who reached out to him saying that they were going to get this for him, but 4 of them were trolls? Did we already memory hole that? Is that gone? Is that done? Maybe.
To try to rush to websites in the middle of the night and try to jump online, Walmart, Best Buy, Target, and try to buy these things online to even get them. Thank you to those people who said they were going to put in that effort to try to do that for me. At this point, it looks like we're in the clear. It looks like tonight we're going to be good. Check this thing out. As long as it works, we're good. All right? Thank you for that. I appreciate those who said they were going to put in that effort, because there's actually 1 or 2 people who are actually longtime viewers and fans of mine, longtime supporters, who said they were going to try to do this for me this month. Now it's not needed anymore. Thank goodness, all right? That's awesome. All right? And thank you again for that. Okay? Now, very matter-of-factly, all right? I'm not exaggerating. I'm not joking. This is not me, saying things that's I don't even know how to say it. Right now, the best way to help me is by tipping me. I need tips in the next week to week and a half.
You silly son of a bitch. You just got, yeah, that screenshot will work perfect. You just received your new Xbox. You're talking about all these people behind the scenes, that long-time viewers and fans who were on the hunt to try to get you this Xbox. None of them have contributed to you, at least publicly, large amounts of money. So I assume they've done it in private. But either which way, you just have received a major upgrade to the stream that didn't cost you anything. And yet, you have the nerve, you have the gall to still ask for money. And he got it too, if I remember correctly. At least during this segment, he got about $320, if I remember correctly. This motherfucker had the gall to request money from these people. Hey, this one person had stepped up and got me this new console. I appreciate it. Now the rest of you cucks need to go ahead and pay up too. You know what I'm saying? This one person did this amazing thing for me. Thank you. Now the rest of you bitches need to come through. It's time for the rest of you bitches to step up. It's amazing. How do you do that? Like, really, how do you do that? How do you just go through life demanding support from people, get it, and then turn around and say, give me more? And say it like with this face. Like as if the Xbox was already memory hold. And it's like, oh, that doesn't even exist now. I need you guys to support me. I need you people to give me money. How do you do that? Come on, chat. Somebody. How do you do that? I don't understand. I don't understand. It just makes no... That's the wildest shit about Dark Side Phil. It's the wildest shit. And it's different if he does it behind the slideshow where you don't have to see his stupid expression like you see right here. But he's willing to put his ugly mug out there for the world to see and demands it. Demands it in the way... Well, by demanding it, he feels that he's entitled to it. That's amazing! That's amazing! And then he has the nerve to say, I can't do collaborations with other people. Other people won't work with me because of my reputation. What about this? How do you explain this away? It's amazing. It's fucking amazing. It just doesn't make any sense. Oh. And that'll be one of the great mysteries of it all. Because calling him a sociopath isn't even enough. At least for me, it's not. It's not enough to explain it away. It really isn't. All right, let's continue.
Pay bills. I'm not kidding. There's bills that will not get paid if I don't make my tips calls. So if you're someone who's been holding out thinking, man, behind the scenes, maybe I'll help fill out with this or this. Well, now I've got the Xbox Series X. Please, if you could tip me to help me out, that's the next best thing. I need this right now. In fact, honestly, the tips would have been better than this because I need them.
Look how bug-eyed he is. It's insane. It's insane. Like he's waiting for the injection. God, dog. That's crazy. And then he has the nerve to say, because you can see people responding to it in his chat. He's like, the tips would have been better than the Xbox. Tips would have been better than the Xbox. Oh, you silly son of a bitch. I need to bring that back. I want you to hear on how much, at least that part, on how ungrateful this piece of garbage is.
All right, and thank you again for that. Okay, now, very matter-of-factly,
look,
all right,
drank from the fucking pissy sip cup, and then immediately goes into the begging. Immediately, you hear that? That's the wrath of God outside. That's the wrath of God outside, recognizing his mistake. God damn.
I'm not exaggerating. I'm not joking. This is not me, saying things that's I don't even know how to say it. Right now, the best way to help me is by tipping me. I need tips in the next week to week and a half to pay bills. I'm not kidding.
Even he was like, I don't even know how to say it. Thank you for giving me this new Xbox, but now I got to turn around and ask you guys for money. He couldn't even articulate the words there. Holy Christ.
Over here to the side. We'll deal with this tonight on the late. And it's trying to slander, defame me, and we'll be permanently. For Higgins. Actually, hold on.
Oh my God, I fucked up. My bad. Push the wrong button. Give me a second.
So, and all kinds of stuff going on. So I'll go ahead and I'll put this over here to the side. Obviously, thank you to everyone who supports me. Thank you to everyone. All right, and thank you again for that.
There we go, right here. Okay, sorry about that, guys.
Okay, now, very matter-of-factly, all right? I'm not exaggerating. I'm not joking. This is not me, saying things that's I don't even know how to say it. Right now, the best way to help me is by tipping me. I need tips in the next week to week and a half to pay bills. I'm not kidding. There's bills that will not get paid if I don't make my tips calls. So if you're someone who's been holding out thinking, man, behind the scenes, maybe I'll help fill out with this or this. Well, now I've got the Xbox Series X. Please, if you could tip me to help me out, that's the next best thing. I need this right now. In fact, honestly, the tips would have been better than this because I need them right now. All right. So I tell you guys every day, I'm not making this up. I'm not trying to exaggerate. I need the help. So if you can tip me during these live streams in the next week or so, please do, to get through this tough time. All right. We're going to be.
Then what was the point of getting him the Xbox then? If he would have rather had the money for it, then what was the point of the Xbox? And yeah, if you guys were holding out because you were going to try to help me out with this situation, well now, cuck, give me the money directly. Give me the money directly. Oh, and that other guy, fuck you, because I appreciate the Xbox, but fuck you. I wish I had the money instead. That's literally what he said. Fuck you, pay me. Fuck you, pay me. That's what he did. And they all took it on the chin like good hoes. Whew. Darkside Phil might actually be an impressive pimp. He might. Maybe. If you think about it.
Having a lot of fun with this console. But in the back of my mind, it ain't going to be so fun if I'm thinking I can't pay my bills. Alright? So I'm just saying this because I know for a fact there was like at least 2 people who were longtime supporters who were like, I'm going to get you an Xbox Series X. Like, that's great, but now I have one. Please help out in another way if you can. Okay? No pressure, but if you can, please do. Fair enough? Okay. Alright. Now, let us now get back to the subject at hand, which is my pre-stream. I got a couple shout-outs to do here, and then we're going to do news stories, and then we're going to jump into Fallout New Vegas. Okay? Alright. So, Jad Effects did 2 tips. The first $1.30 tip, he says, set up the console now! You can download Fallout and play it instantaneously. No, I can't, because I have to do file transfers. I have to register the console with Microsoft. I have to sign up for Game Pass. I have a million things I got to do. I'm not doing that now. We're going to have a nice, full, fun stream of Fallout New Vegas, like normal. This is not going to affect my normal gameplay stream. We're not going to jump the gun with hype and everything. Later tonight, we will unbox it and do all of that stuff. That's what the late stream will be for. Tomorrow, we'll have a nice, full, fun stream of exploring the console, playing games on it, etc. We're not going to go crazy here. We're just going to do a normal stream like I should. Okay? Okay? Okay. Jada F did another $1 tip and says, do a poll to see if we want the console unboxing. No, we're not doing that. Boy, I understand you guys are hyped. I'm hyped too. I'm really hyped. I can't wait to start using this thing. But you gotta be patient. In life, sometimes...
You mean hype for that piece of equipment that I would have rather had the money for than the actual piece of equipment? You mean that? That's what we're hyped for? Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
About patience too. Okay, you gotta be a little patient here. Fair enough? Alright, thank you. Michael Jordan tipped me $2. Says, I'm not a big Xbox fan, but I must admit the value of Game Pass is ridiculous. I completely agree with you. I'm not hype about the Xbox Series X because of exclusives. I'm not really hype about it because of graphical performance. I'm hype because Game Pass. I'm going to be able to get so many new releases under Game Pass without having to spend money on them. And then on top of that, right?
Didn't he just say that he's hype about 1080-60 and he couldn't do it on Twitch? Never mind. Semantics.
I'm going to have access to all these games that normally I would not play. This, you know how there's... Alright. I'm going to be honest with everyone. Alright, I got to put the camera on again. I'm jealous. I'm fucking jealous. And I usually don't admit when I'm jealous. I'm jealous. You want to know why I'm jealous? Because there's content creators out there who make a lot more money than me. They're in a lot better financial position than me. And they're able to put on much better variety of content on their streams because of that. Because they have the financial flexibility to just drop money on a game whenever they want. They can play...
Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? This is happening. Alright, okay, sure.
Any indie game whenever it comes out, and then there's no risk to them. They can drop $50 today on a game they never heard of, play it for an hour. If they hate it, never play it again. They have that money to blow. I don't. I'm a guy who I'm in a position where I have to literally pick and choose each and everything that I do on stream for financial viability, as well as if I'm interested in it and if my audience will like it. That sucks. That puts me at a monstrous disadvantage as a variety content creator. I want to be able to just delve into whatever's out there without having a financial risk involved in it. But I mean, the reality for me is that's the truth, is that financially I have to pick and choose and be careful about every little thing I do because of my financial constraints of my life. Okay? This console is going to allow me to check out things that normally I never would have. It's going to give me that flexibility under the Game Pass value. I mean, Game Pass is really big picture thinking. It is. It's big picture thinking. We don't care about the individual microtransaction of people buying a specific game. We care more about the big picture. People are doing a subscription service, and we'll just make money by so many people being under the subscription service. We don't need to do the $60, $70 transaction here or there. Microsoft knows what they're doing. They do. They know what they're doing. Now all Microsoft needs is to put some really great exclusives on this console, and they are in position to dominate this console generation. But they need to get there. They have nothing right now. They have the Medium. That's it. They have nothing else. And Medium is going to be on its PlayStation in, 2 months? So they have no console exclusives to make people rush out and buy this yet. But coming up in the next few months, dude, you want to know what game I'm actually really stoked about right now? Forza Horizon. Because I played the last 2 of them. I went into them not knowing what to expect. Those games were amazingly fun, chill games. Some of the best chill playthroughs I've done over the last several years. And now I get to experience them 60 frames per second, the best quality with you guys. Like, I'm stoked about this. So, I'm really excited. Microsoft Flight Simulator is coming out later this month. I don't know anything about the franchise, but apparently there's a casualized mode for it where you could just fly over stuff. It's going to be chill. Dude, again, this console is going to open up avenues of content that we have not experienced before. And that's amazing because, again, I've been the guy who's been so limited to what he can do as a content creator over the last many years because of my financial constraints. Again, other content creators are rolling in money and they don't care. They can buy whatever the fuck they want and do whatever they want. I can't do that. But now I'm going to have some flexibility because of this. So, thank you again to the person who donated. Thank you to everyone who supports my streams and makes this stuff happen, man. Seriously. Okay. Let's continue on here.
Okay, I didn't say anything because I'm going to just bring that segment back so we can cut that shit up. That was by far the most pathetic thing I've ever heard. Well, it's one of the most pathetic things I've ever heard. I should make a compilation of some of the pathetic things I think I've heard from him and do that. I should actually do that one day because that's going to take a while. That was absolute fucking garbage. To sit there and be mad at people who have a little bit more or who saved a little more, right? And because they're in a better position than him, that you know what I'm saying, he's jealous of that. Even though this ass clown was in their position years ago, a long time ago, and for, I wouldn't say longer, but he was in their position at one time, and look at how he squandered it. On top of that, we're talking about an individual who, like I said, besides influencer copies, you have people chomping at the bit to send you money to buy games. They send you game codes. What's the problem? Wrath of God, yet again. You have more advantages, or you have almost as many advantages as those people do. So how the fuck are you actually at a deficit? And your financial restraints is because you were trying to keep up with a lifestyle that you weren't meant for. I'm sorry. You weren't meant for that. You weren't willing to bleed for that. You didn't care enough about that. You wanted other people to carry you to success. You couldn't do it on your own. No one told you to get 14 fucking credit cards and put yourself in fucking debt for a YouTube channel. No one told you to do that. You chose to do that. No one told you to do that. So you can't be mad at what the next man or the next woman has who actually earned it or who saved up for it or put themselves in a better position business-wise to obtain it. That ain't got shit to do with you. Because you had some of those same opportunities. You had chances to go ahead and build relationships with other game companies, publishers. You had those opportunities. You had those chances to, quote unquote, go corporate and pick up money and get money with them. You had chances to expand your fucking brand and be more than just a piece of shit that allows pieces of shit like me to sit here and shit on you. You had all of those opportunities, and you squandered it. You sat there and said for years, I'm the Joe average person. I'm the regular guy just like all of you. And I'll never take corporate money because if I get any support, it'll either come out of my pocket or it'll come from you guys to bring you the best quality possible. You cut yourself off from those avenues. No one else. You cut yourself from those avenues. While at the same time, lying, bitching, and complaining about all these detractors out here. They shun me in such a light where I can't do business with everybody else anymore. I can't go ahead and have the advantages they have because they hold me back. They screw me over. They fuck me up. I didn't fuck you up. You fucked yourself up. I just sat and laughed at it. That ain't got shit to do with me. I didn't sit here and tell you to come up on here and beg and plead for fucking money to pay your fucking bills and shit. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I didn't tell you to lie to your mother and tell her that you had a 10-year plan and you just need her to support you and then eventually you'll get off your ass and be a real man and do what you're supposed to do. That ain't got shit to do with me. My father's not ashamed of me. My mother doesn't have to coddle me at 40 fucking years old. That has nothing to do with me. That has everything to do with you. And then how the fuck are you going to be jealous of people who are 20 years your junior, more or less? What's that about? You didn't have... What? You can go ahead and leave your house? You can exercise? You can eat right? You can socialize with people? What the fuck has that got to do with anything? Oh, how stressed out it is? No one told you not to go over there and fuck your wife? It's not my fault you can't get it up. That's not my issue. That's not my problem. I didn't put you there. If you don't know how to use it, then you have no right to have it. That has nothing to do with me. At all. And you got the nerve to say you're jealous of these people? You're the one with the legacy. You're the one who allegedly laid down the groundwork for these people. And you want to be jealous of that? Oh shit. All right, let's get him. Let's get it. Holy fuck, let's get it.
On again. I'm jealous. I'm fucking jealous. And I usually don't admit when I'm jealous. I'm jealous. You want to know why I'm jealous? Because there's
Well, that's a lie. You said you've admitted that you're jealous of PewDiePie, Dr. Disrespect, Ninja, Markiplier, just about anybody who's successful. You've said this many times. So that's a lie. You've said that many times that you're jealous of people. And you're jealous of what they have. Though you're not willing to put the work in to obtain it. So, yeah. And hence the reason why. And it's funny because we were just talking about work ethic early on. Right? Well, where's all that work ethic at now? Where's all that dedication? Where's all that now? Oh, yeah, Etika. Well, let's continue.
Content creators out there who make a lot more money than me, they're in a lot better financial position than me, and they're able to put on much better variety of content on their streams because of that. Because they have the financial flexibility to just drop money on a game whenever they want. They can play any indie game whenever it comes out, and then there's no risk to them. They can drop $50 today on a game they never heard of, play it for an hour. If they hate it, never play it again. They have that money to blow.
First things first, people have been demanding in a lot of ways for you to play indie games for a really long time. And there are plenty of places that you can buy it on the cheap. There are plenty of people who could actually, let's be honest, that could rip the game for you and send it to you. You don't want to do that. Or you don't want to do it unless it benefits you directly. Secondly, you spend $50, $60, $70 on shitty ass fucking games. And we've seen it all fail. We've seen it all collapse around you. Whose fault was that? He plays the games that he wants to play. And he's just mad because they don't do well. Thank you. Stranger Things 3. People hated that playthrough. They hated the shit out that playthrough. And yet he still played it and he played it to completion. So, and as it pertains to, and then on top of that, I should say, I'm sorry, any game that he shows any real interest in wanting, but says that he's not going to play it somebody more or less is going to go out and buy it for him. And we've seen this too. So yet again, where are the disadvantages? He's jealous over their success and their money. That's what he's talking about. Mario Sonic Olympics, that was oh well, wait a second. That was I don't know if that was donated. That was like an influencer copy or something, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that was an influencer copy. And he ended up having to expose himself when people were saying how shitty the game was. And he had no choice but to come up out of pocket and say he didn't pay for it. Holy shit. So that's really what you're jealous of. You're not jealous of their financial flexibility. You're jealous of what they have and what you don't. That's what it comes down to. And he has plenty of resources around him to have some of those things. But it can't be a little bit here, a little bit there. I have to have everything or I can have nothing. That's essentially what he's saying. That's what it comes down to. He never said it was in the first place. I'm sorry, what? Hold up. Okay, so he said it was an influencer copy at the last minute. Yeah, he only mentioned it when he quit. Yeah, and he quit it because people were shitting on him because of how bad the game was and donations were low, which is just a typical run of the mill, to be honest. Fucking A. All right, let's continue.
Don't. I'm a guy who I'm in a position where I have to literally pick and choose each and everything that I do on stream for financial viability, as well as if I'm interested in it and if my audience will like it. That sucks. That puts me at a monstrous...
Well, I actually feel what sucks about that statement is how you phrased it. But he phrased it based on priority. Whether it's financially viable, whether he likes it, and whether his audience likes it. But can he financially profit from it is what his main deal. Oh, really? Are you sure he admitted it months later? Because yeah, you're right. He never admitted that he got the influencer copy before, like, you know what I'm saying, like early on when he started playing the game. He made it sound like he purchased it himself, or he implied, I should say. But when he quit it, is when he ended up crying and complaining about it, and he ended up admitting that it was given to him as like an influencer copy or something. Okay, so it was 4 months later. Christ. Good catch though on that, people. Good catch on that. God damn. Either way, still being dishonest as fuck about that. And which leads into my next point, actually. So we got that copy for free, and he bled the game for 4 months. So who knows how much money he ended up getting out of that. When he talks about financial viability, how much is he expected to make off each game that he plays? To be honest. Any game that he drops $60, $70, or $80 on, he's going to make that money back, more than likely in the first stream. Well, actually, within the first stream, he'll definitely make it all back. He'll make triple that, certainly within the first couple of days of him playing it. Theoretically, the game paid for itself and some. So what is the over-under, chat, on how much money he expects to get off of, let's say, a $60 game? Is $600, for example, considered accurate? Or does he consider that as a suitable amount to make off of his investment? Yeah, got over $400 playing Mario Sonic. $400 a day minimum. That sounds about right. So it's not like he doesn't have the financial viability. It's in millions. That's funny. 3,000. That's a good number. That might actually be closer to it. So like I said, how much is it? Like how much are we really shooting for in this situation? His Cyberpunk playthrough was garbage. But that is a good example, yes. He made a lot of money during Cyberpunk. Plague Tale. It's isn't it? It's like 570, yeah? It's a lot. It was a lot. It might have been 800. But it was like 500 plus before he actually bought the game to play it. He conned the fuck out of them. That's a Mr. Huff Stuff video. He conned the fuck out of those people to get that game. That was insane. And every day, he kept bleeding them more and more and more. Hey, you know, I really want to play this game, guys. I really want to play this game, but I need the money right now, and I don't think I'm going to be able to play it. Yeah, and then he ended up refunding it. You're right. Gee, like I said, like how much is enough? Like the financial viability is there. Yeah, and he got the refund after he finished the playthrough. He finished the playthrough for Cyberpunk and then asked for a refund, and then said he was never going to play it again. But that playthrough was horrible. That whole playthrough was trash. Absolute fucking trash. Holy shit. All right, let's continue. Financial viability. Jesus Christ. Oh, Untitled Goose Game. That was DJ Runo, yeah? It was $20, and then he went on that. Minecraft rant about that. I think I did a video on that actually. That'll be good to go back over though. That was fun. It was DJ Runo. Yeah, he was butthurt as shit over that. But see, you make an excellent point. The thing is, you can't treat everybody like a king. There can only be one. It's like Highlander or some shit. But there can only be one king. There can only be one king. Yeah, best $20 never spent. Holy shit. DJ refund. Alright, let's continue. Let's continue.
Disadvantage as a variety content creator, I want to be able to just delve into whatever's out there without having a financial risk involved in it. But I mean, the reality for me is that's the truth, is that financially I have to pick and choose and be careful about every little thing I do because of my financial constraints of my life. Okay? This console is going to allow me to check out things that normally I never would have. It's going to give me that flexibility under the Game Pass value. I mean, Game Pass is really big picture thinking.
All right, let's talk about some big picture thinking. So, if you literally have to pick and choose every game, if you have to carefully choose, let me reword it. If you have to carefully choose every game you play because your finances are so tight, right? Then you would have to make cutbacks, yeah? You would have to consider very seriously that, you know what, even if this is a big release or a big AAA release or whatever the case may be, there is no point in me playing this game if it's something that my audience isn't going to like, or my audience isn't going to enjoy, or my audience isn't going to contribute to it, right? That's a thing. On top of, since we're going about this big picture situation, on his days off, maybe, just maybe, cooking with your wife, keyword, cooking with your wife at home has a bit more financial and social benefits than you going out and having a meal cooked for you and thrown onto a plate and put in front of you to make yourself feel special. Maybe that's a thing, right? On top of that, maybe, just maybe, you need to go to the bank and speak to a financial expert, because if you have to pay bills every single fucking day, there might be a problem. There might be an issue. That might be a thing that needs to get addressed. Just saying. What he's saying makes no fucking sense. It doesn't make any sense. Phil has always played the games that he's want to play unless he needed to con somebody into buying it for him. That's the first thing. Secondly, not all of the big releases are going to be on Xbox Game Pass. So there's no guarantee that all the big releases are going to come out on that. So X the doubt on that shit. On top of that, you're still going to have to throw money down if you're going to be a Microsoft whore. You're going to have to throw some money down for some big releases if that's the case. Especially if the demand is there. That doesn't change anything. That doesn't stifle anything at all. At the end of the day, you're going to have to pay to play. Just like WWE Champions. This is what it's going to require. This is the nature of your business, if you will. So how is it that you've been doing this for this many years and you still haven't fully come to terms with that? Because he hasn't. He's speaking from a space where he still doesn't fully understand, or he's not fully committed to the aspects of what he does, which is insane if you really think about it. So yet again, what's the general point? And then you're sitting here conveying this to a group of people who hear this bullshit all the fucking time. At least from you anyway. If anybody understands the financial hardships that Darkside Phil goes through, it's the pay cucks. Better than anybody. But I just find it baffling how it wasn't too long ago we were saying, thank you for this Xbox. This thing is going to change my life and it's going to change the streams for all of us. You guys need to donate. I need you guys to step up. I really need this money. And though I appreciate you guys buying me this Xbox, I would have rather had the money instead. To now, this right here is going to help us out in the big picture. This is going to open up our horizons to all kinds of games that I wouldn't have played otherwise if I didn't have Xbox Game Pass and this new Xbox. How do we do that? Like, how the fuck do we do that? Yikes.
It is. It's big picture thinking. We don't care about the individual microtransaction of people buying a specific game. We care more about the big picture. People are doing a subscription service, and we'll just make money by so many people being under the subscription service. We don't need to do the $60, $70 transaction here or there. Microsoft knows what they're doing. They do. They know what they're doing. Now all Microsoft needs is to put some really great exclusives on this console, and they are in position to dominate this console generation. But they need to get...
Actually, they're not. Here's the thing. Whatever big releases that may or may not come out for the Xbox doesn't change the accessibility that the PS5 has. That's kind of just the reality of the situation. I'm not saying that the Xbox won't do well in this console generation. I'm just saying it's not dominating jack shit, to be honest. Especially when you have more and more people that are committing themselves to PC. At the end of the day, it's just not going to work like that. Not completely, anyway. And because, as someone has just pointed out, Jesse said, there's no big releases, it's only hindering itself. But they're trying to give you some value to keep you interested. If you're starting to gamble, which is kind of what he's making it sound like, if he's putting all of his chips in on Xbox, he's gonna find out very, very soon that you bet wrong. You should be like your wife and always bet on black. Just saying.
They have nothing right now. They have the Medium. That's it. They have nothing else. And Medium is going to be on its PlayStation in, 2 months? So they have no console exclusives to make people rush out and buy this yet. But coming up in the next few months... Dude, you want to know what game I'm actually really stoked about right now? Forza Horizon. Because I played the last 2 of them. I went into them not knowing what to expect. Those games were amazingly fun, chill games. Some of
those playthroughs were fucking horrible. And on top of that, why the fuck do we have to keep playing these bullshit simulation games? Or why do we have to play these? Or why do we have to play these games that have to have a chill type environment to it? What's the point of all that? So is Forza gonna be debuted as a night stream, as a chill game, if you will? Is that what we're doing? Is that what the plan is? Is that what the overall plan is? We all remember all the Forza fucking gameplays. Those things were horrible. They're fucking horrible. And yeah, he's scared as hell of this is how you don't play. For sure. Alright.
best chill playthroughs I've done over the last several years. And now I get to experience them 60 frames per second, the best quality with you guys. Like, I'm stoked about this. So I'm really excited. Microsoft Flight Simulator is coming out later this month. I don't know anything about the franchise, but apparently there's a casualized mode for it where you could just fly over stuff. It's going to be chill. Dude.
Okay. And he just told us how he doesn't have the flexibility of playing games that he normally wouldn't play, right? He just doesn't have the finances to back that up. Yet we're getting ready to play this flight simulator that he's been harping on for months, that he's never played, doesn't know jack shit about, but we're looking forward to doing it. But I just thought... So you're gambling on a game that you have no experience with, but you're still going to take that plunge, even though you just told people you don't have the financial flexibility, you don't have the resources, you're having he has liquidity problems, to be honest with you, and you wouldn't normally be able to do those type of things. What sense does this make? Yet again. Like, it's almost like we're literally memory holing everything. Ugh.
Again, this console is going to open up avenues of content that we have not experienced before. And that's amazing because, again, I've been the guy who's been so limited to what he can do as a content creator over the last many years because of my financial constraints. Again, other content...
That's not true either, though. Yet again, he plays the games he wants to play. Even when people have said, Phil, I will donate money to you. DJ Bruno, for example. I will donate money to you to play this game. No, I don't want to play it. No, I'm not interested in playing it. I know you guys keep recommending these games to me, but I'm only going to play games that are going to bring people in who are going to contribute. So no, I'm not playing that. I don't want to play that. I don't have time for that. I already have a bunch of new games a bunch of games lined up. I already told you guys what the gaming lineup is, and I can't break that. I've already committed to it. What about all of those times? What about all of those instances of, hey, Phil, let's try this? What about all those times where, oh, the other big streamers are playing this. Why aren't you playing this? Oh, I'm not them. I cater to a different audience. I'm an interactive streamer. They can have thousands of people on their streams. No big fucking deal. But me, I don't have that. And I need to make sure that I'm playing a game that I'm having a good time with, that's entertaining to me, and that is hopefully entertaining to you, and that you guys are hopefully going to support. Does anybody remember that?
Creators are rolling in money and they don't care. They can buy whatever the fuck they want and do whatever they want. I can't do that. But now I'm going to have some flexibility because of this. So thank you again.
But you don't have any flexibility. You're making yourself out to be a peasant, essentially. That's what you're doing. When he has his mouth like that, it always looks weird to me. But anyway, you come across like a peasant. You don't have... That's not even... The way you make it sound, it's not even an advantage. It's kind of you relying on generosity and just hoping that it carries the day. It doesn't mean anything. In a lot of ways, it cheapens it, to be honest. I don't know if he sees that, but that's kind of how it comes across. And I don't mean to say that the normal person needs to go out and buy every fucking game that comes out. I'm not saying that, nor am I trying to imply it. But the way he comes off, he's like, because you guys bought me the console, because there's going to be, hopefully, a bunch of games coming out on the Xbox Game Pass, I can compete with those guys. But you really can't. You kind of just have to take whatever comes up on Game Pass and then beg for the rest. Those people still have the advantage over you. On top of the fact that those people don't have to solely rely on the game to be good, to bring people in and to keep them there. You do. And even then, you'll still fail at that. I wish people were more honest with them.
And to the person who donated, thank you to everyone who supports my streams and makes this stuff happen, man. Seriously. Okay. Let's continue on here. I got more. Wow. Holy crap. Jack V to the $50 tip. He says, you can go, Phil. I just signed up to be a member this morning, but I hope this helps. This tip is real. Thank you, Jack. A $50 tip. Thank you so much for that, man. And I'm going to check because apparently a bunch of memberships have just come in. A ton just came in. Holy crap. I have to double check on all this now. Returnal tipped me $1.30. Says, could you do a sub-goal giveaway for old consoles now that you have next-gen ones? They'll probably just sit in a closet. No, what I'll do is as follows. I'll hold on to those consoles for a little bit of time. And once that little bit of... Oh, what the hell? I screwed that up. Once that little bit of time expires, to make sure that these consoles... Like, for example, this is a new Xbox Series X. Has been sitting around for months. We got to hope it works. All right? As long as it works, and we use it for a few weeks, I'll probably go pawn these, trade them in, do something to get some money from them.
He's not doing shit. Because I remember people were asking for his old PS4. And there was even some people saying they were willing to pay for it. He's like, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. My information's on there. My credit card's information's on there. There's no way I can sell those things, man. I'm just gonna put it away. So he's not doing jack shit. He's not pawning shit. He's not doing it. Matter of fact, to be honest, do any of you guys remember when he told us that he pawned off like a bunch of the those DVDs or those Blu-rays, whatever, that him and Panda used to collect? He was in such financial straits that he was so desperate that he had to pawn those things. I bet you anything he didn't pawn out a goddamn thing of those. If he did, he pawned off all of Panda's movies, but he didn't pawn his own. So trust me, we're not pawning anything, we're not giving anything away, we're not doing any of that. If that's the case, why wouldn't you sell it to your very audience who'd be wanting to buy it? You have a market right there of people who would want to purchase that shit. Why wouldn't you sell it to them directly? Didn't he sell his portal gun replica to a fan? So and they paid way more than what they should have paid for it. And yeah, he probably does still have those Blu-rays. I believe that absolutely. And he's a fucking hoarder. You're absolutely right. So yet again, but what I'm trying to say though is he has a market of people right there in front of him who would buy it. Why wouldn't you just sell it to them? That's funny. That's funny, Robert. That's true.
Because I need help right now, you know? So, no, I'm not even giving them away. I don't have money to pay for shipping. Just to give you guys some perspective, all right? I'm not going to reveal how much it costs to ship this console, this Xbox Series X to me, because I don't want to reveal where this guy lives, but over $50 to ship this console to me.
How do you know that, and what fan would tell you that? Oh, am I wrong? Was the portal gun is the portal gun actually in the? I thought one of his fans bought that portal gun. Oh, I'm gonna have to look that. I swore he sold that portal gun to somebody. Wow. I'm gonna have to look into that. I'll look into the verify because I'm pretty sure he sold it to somebody. Nope, he tried to sell it for double. That person didn't pay. Yeah, I don't know if they were a furry, but yeah, this person with glasses, I think it was. And yeah, it probably was broken as possible. Okay, I'll take a look. But yeah, I knew he sold that damn thing. He sold it for way more than what it was worth, given the situation. But I could be wrong, though. It's possible. It would be the first time. But how does he know that this shit costs $50 though? Like, did the person tell you that? And if I was gonna go ahead and mail a console to somebody, I would make sure that it has the extra wrapping and padding that it needs in the box, so it doesn't get damaged. But even then, $50 sounds high. All right, let's continue.
And that was within the United States. Now, can you imagine me trying to ship one of these consoles to you guys? I don't have that money. Sorry. It's not like it used to be 10 years ago when I was rolling in YouTube dollars. I just don't have that kind of funds anymore. Okay? And I'm sorry about that. Atlas Telemon to me, $50. Wow, thank you, Atlas Telemon. He says, great seeing people helping you out in different ways. Shout out to the OG LP. Still think the original setup you had was genius for years on the brown couch as we were sitting right next to you. Awesome times and awesome future. Thank you so much, Atlas Telemon.
Wait a second. Let's see. On the label, I just kind of took a quick glimpse at it. Oh, U.S. Postal has an option where they can actually put the price on the label. Okay. Big ups on that. Big ups on that.
Thank you guys so much today. Again, this is
you didn't know? $100,000 a year, man. You're living in poverty. Absolute fucking poverty. It's the way it is, man.
Very positive day. This is a great day right now, man. Things are going to be great. Pretty awesome, huh? No, big old bean. I didn't pay for the shipping. I didn't even know this was real. Like I said, I thought this guy could have been mailing me a greeting card that said tough luck, sucker. You know? Okay, hold on. We got oh my god. Let me do all these shout outs. Let me refresh and do shout outs. So, Paramore 123 became a channel supporter. Thank you, Paramore. Dripster. Oh, let me just keep adding these because I want to make sure that I'm not going to lose the running tally now. So that should be 190. I'm going to have to check on this after because I might have missed a few. Dripster 866 did a super chat. Says, I love your channel, man. Keep up this great work. Thank you so much, Dripster. FBG Duck just became a channel supporter. Thank you, FBG Duck, for joining the channel. Codeman123434 became a channel supporter. Thank you for joining the channel, Codeman. Taylor Oh, Taylor did me a super chat just to insult me. Taylor, you are a miserable waste of human life, and you can go fuck yourself. Let's see here. TX Shooter 50 just did a $4.99 super chat and says, would you consider playing Ace Combat? If it's under Game Pass, yes, because there's no risk to me. You see? With no risk, there's no reason why I wouldn't. Like I said, what we may start doing now, all right, on a regular basis, doing one stream a week, where I'm just trying random stuff off of Game Pass. Like, there's literally no reason why I shouldn't do that. It's included.
Does this sound like a real gamer to you, though? Don't get me wrong. Gamers are always looking for the best value possible, as you should with anything in life. But this doesn't sound like a gamer. This sounds like someone posing as a fucking gamer. And it's the only thing he can do now. He put all of his eggs in the basket on fucking the game, on being a gamer, if you will, or a professional gamer, or being a content creator of gaming. And he failed miserably, and now he has no other avenues. Like, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Like, this is it. It's either this, or it's going to some minimum wage type shit. He has nothing else. He has nothing else. There is no other prospects. He's got nothing. And he can barely keep afloat doing this shit. Jesus Christ.
You know? It's included, so why wouldn't I? Ladies and gentlemen, Gary BKK just tipped me $100. Gary, thank you so much. My God, guys. When it rains, it pours, but you know what? When it's a good rain, a refreshing rain of positivity, I welcome it. Thank you so much, Gary BKK, for a whopping $100 tip, man. We've now hit the tips goal for the stream. I haven't even booted a game. That is pretty outstanding, guys. So, by the way, since we did, I might as well start a vest poll, since I will be wearing a vest today. So, let's see here. I'm trying to think what I just wore recently. The platinum vest. I just wore the platinum vest last night. I wore the denim vest and the beige. So I guess it should be red, blue, denim, and gray. Okay. Yes. And by the way, you guys saw what shirt I'm wearing, right? I am wearing, just to show you guys, my beige shirt. This is the Mushroom Kingdom Pizzeria shirt. So any vest, honestly, should stand out on this one. I don't think there's a single vest that wouldn't stand out with the Mushroom Kingdom shirt. So, cool. Awesome, guys. Okay, keep going. I have news stories to talk about, but I can't get to them. Holy crap. Another super chat just came in. From, oh, crap. It's reloading. So Dripster866 did another super chat and said, "Sup, man? What's up, Dripster? Thank you again for another." It's a second super chat from Dripster today. Parasolo just did a super chat. Said, "Big ups to whoever sent you that Xbox Series X. That's a true MVP." I agree. And again, here's the thing, guys. I want you to understand something. I very well know that I have a long-standing fan base of viewers who check out my stuff, but I've always called them the vocal minority. What do I mean by that? Excuse me. That's not what I call them. I call them the silent majority. I said the actual opposite of what I call them. I call them the silent majority, all right? Allow me to explain what I mean by that, okay? I've been around since 2008, okay? There's some people who've been around watching my content since the days when I had a camera pointed at a TV in a dark, cave-like room, echoing sound, terrible visuals. There's people who jumped on when I started doing direct capture. There's people who jumped on during the middle when I started doing live streaming and putting face cam up. There's people who've been with me over so many different iterations and evolutions of my content over the last 13 years, okay? The silent majority are those people who keep me afloat, but don't necessarily speak out or talk or become a vocal part of the community. And what I mean by that is there's people out there.
Is this idiot sitting here confirming that we have people who tip behind the scenes now? That we have people who contribute behind the scenes, off stream, out of the public eye? Like they're just like trolls or goblins or gremlins or some shit? Is that what this is? Is that what we're confirming here? Because essentially that's what it sounds like. And with that being said, that means everybody who's on stream is being conned. That means every time Phil says, I don't have enough money, you guys need to step up, I really need your support, he's lying to these people. He's as dishonest as he's ever going to fucking be, and he's trying to prove a point. I get it. He's trying to prove a point by saying that, you know, there are plenty of people here who don't speak publicly, but they are there, they do support me, they do help me out and whatnot, and they do care about the content I put out. And they, by proxy, they care about him. But at the same time, if any of the people in his chat could rub two fucking brain cells together, someone would have to come to the notion, oh shit, so you're getting paid too. And he's so busy trying to keep the public herd together, right, that he's slowly but surely going to expose the con that he has going on behind the scenes. Because these people, because these people aren't the vocal minority, right, or majority or whatever, and they don't talk to the people who are public, who knows what one hand's doing? I mean, one hand doesn't know what the other hand's doing. No one has a clue. And if you got a bunch of people in the silent majority who are really on that white knight cuck type status, they don't give a fuck what Phil bleeds from everybody else on stream. It's whatever. As long as they pay their tribute, they're good. But here's the thing. With that silent majority, why isn't Patreon up to $1,250 like it used to be then? Why isn't that a thing? Why isn't more people in the silent majority going ahead and contributing to the, well, no, I was going to say to the memberships, but that doesn't really matter. Now I think about it. I guess it's really just Patreon. And Phil don't shout anybody out on Patreon anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Who love what I do, and they will support me when they can, however they can, but you don't know who they are. You know? I have a worldwide viewer base. I have people from all walks of life, all places throughout the globe who come and check out my content. Is it an insanely large millions of people? No. It's a few thousand. But I appreciate those few thousand who've stuck with me over the years. And
a few thousand? When was the last time any of you guys saw a few thousand on stream? When's the last time any of you guys saw a couple of thousand on stream? When's the last time any of you guys saw 1,000 people on stream? Because a few is larger than a couple, and a couple is larger than 1,000. When's the last time anybody saw 1,000?
To see me continue to be able to put out this kind of content, regardless of every single hardship that I run against every single stream, right? Because I do. Every day, there's some new hardship, there's some new baloney that I got to go up against, and you guys help me through it, okay? I fully believe that someone like this, donating this console, this is someone who probably behind the scenes loves my stuff.
You know what this is? This is the chat slowly but surely, and the general thought sinking into his head that, you know what? I sound like an asshole 5 minutes ago. I need to clean this up before I end this pre-stream, or I'm gonna come across like a real piece of shit. We're scrambling to try to fix this, to not completely come across like a piece of garbage. That's literally what we're doing here. And it's just as sloppy as you would expect it to be. Just as sloppy. And what hardships does someone who lives in a gated community, who forces his wife to go to work every day, 4 days a week, right? And begs for money online. Where's the hardships at? Obviously, publicly humiliating himself is not a factor in this equation. So where's the real problem? No, when Twitch banned the partnership? That's a good point.
isn't a vocal supporter, isn't someone who anyone would recognize, but says, I want to help out Phil right now because I want to see him do that Game Pass stuff he's talking about. And there you go. So thank you. You know, if anything, there's a difference between someone who's like,
oh, touche, you're right. You guys are right. The last time he had 1,000 was when he got kicked out of the partnership program. Touche.
massively successful. They're successful likely because they are virally successful. You know what I'm saying? Those people up there who are the biggest content creators, who have 1 million followers, there's people who follow them just because they're popular. There's a bandwagon mentality. People say he's good. I think he's good. I'll go support. People throw $1 at those people. They're throwing $1 into a fucking an ocean of dollars that who knows where it goes or what. You know what I mean? When you support this channel, you know directly what you're supporting.
Do I really? If that's the case, then why do people keep asking you where your money goes? And if that's really the case, if you're so transparent, just because you don't get any sun doesn't make you transparent. I was on a vibe with that. If that's really the case, then why do you have such a hard time explaining where the money goes? Outside of your generic, I have bills to pay each and every day. So where does the money go, really, Phil? It didn't go on that Xbox. It's probably not going to go on any of those games. So where'd it go? That $600 tire change? Did it go there? To your back taxes that you still haven't paid for yet? Did it go there? To paying off that condo in Connecticut that eventually MidFirst Bank's going to come for your ass on? Is it going there? Where's your money going, Phil? Since you're so transparent. It's funny how you talk about how these other streamers, right, entertainers who have these privileges or whatever, when you go to their streams, you're not there to hear about their financial problems and bullshit. You're not there for that. You're there to be entertained. They don't have to worry about those things. So if they decide to contribute to those people in your vernacular because they did a good job and I wanted to leave them a tip, it makes a little bit more sense. That's not the scenario with you. Don't see that though, right? No correlation at all with any of that, right? Goes right over your head. Straight over the bald spot and everything, yeah? The fact that people keep buying into that shit's amazing.
This person sent this console. This is directly going to influence my content in a positive way. Because I'm not like them. I'm someone who's a normal person just like you. I'm only here after 13 years because of you. The silent majority of people behind the scenes supporting me all the time, I really appreciate that. And by the way, that doesn't mean that I don't appreciate those who are regulars to the chat, who are well-known community members, because those people put themselves at risk coming out, talking publicly, supporting me publicly, and I really do appreciate that because that takes a lot of guts and a lot of balls with these trolls.
Well, first off, how are you going to bring new people in when you come out here and make public statements that the people who do support you publicly get harassed? What sense does that make? Secondly, it's not a risk to come out and support Darkside Phil. It's you coming out and doing that and being a fucking tard about that shit is going to gain you a lot of attention. That's going to be a real issue. It's really kind of how you conduct yourself. If that was the case, his whole fan base would have been exposed by now. We'd know everybody. If that was really the case, we'd know who Only Iced Coffee is. For example, he'd already been outed. And he's he's the biggest, at least that we know, he's the biggest whale out there. So where's the risk? And more importantly, if there truly is a risk, right? Maybe, just maybe, doesn't that fall at your hooves to some degree? Isn't that your fault in some way? Maybe how your community is perceived is because of how you act and how you interact with them and how you shit on them on a regular basis. It's very much abuse, no matter how you cut it. It's not physical abuse, but it's certainly emotional abuse to some degree. It kind of reminds me when SOK fell. And I can't think of the guy's name at the moment, but this person, his story sticks out to me, where he was one of like the mods in I don't know if it was in their Skype or in whatever their little group was. He was one of the mods for the chat or whatever, and he had told some stories about how like Fred would abuse him like verbally, and shit, and how it really like wore down on him, and he ended up carrying that into his real life, like into his relationship and shit. And it was sad to hear it, but really one of the things that stuck out to me was, why would you sit there and endure it? Because I think the guy said he was married. So why would you sit there and put yourself through that? For what? No, not tipster. No, not tipster. But why would you put yourself through that situation? And not just him. I would say that to anybody. Something to think about.
And shit that are all over the internet. I really appreciate those that have come out vocally to support me in front of the crowds and in front of everyone. But someone like this is amazing. Someone who literally, you look at my videos on YouTube, you're like, Phil only gets like 200-300 viewers on a stream these days. Why do his videos on YouTube still have some thousands of views? Silent majority. They're not, they're not jumping on the streams. They're not vocal, but they're there, and they want to see this continue. You know what I mean? All right. Anyway. I think we're good now. I think I've done all the shout-outs, in which case I want to talk about some news stories. Actually, Jad F tipped me another $1.30. He says, remember our idea about Game Pass? We want every Sunday DSP Game Pass tries it. Pick random Game Pass games and play multiple of them for 30 to 60 minutes each and pick the best one. Or community poll for maybe a continuous playthrough. Yes, here's what we're going to do. Because the thing is, with Game Pass, you can't just do that because you have to download the games. You see, like, for example, on a Sunday, let's do Game Pass Sunday. So we jump in Game Pass and for an hour and a half, we pick 5 games that are good, but now I have to download them to play them. So what do I do for the second half of the stream, you see? We got to figure out a way to do this. What I was guessing is maybe what we do is one night a week. We take a night stream to pick the games to try, and then on Sunday we actually try them.
No! You spend the whole day playing different games. That's a lame-ass excuse, because I don't expect you to play 5 fucking games in your morning stream. So if you're going to do 5 games, for example, play 3 during the day and play the other 2 at night. And then have the poll Sunday night leading into Monday and whatnot. You announce what the results are on the Monday pre-stream, and then you can actually start the actual playthrough that wins, either that Tuesday or Wednesday. That's not hard. That is not fucking hard at all. It's actually a great idea. But that's not hard. Downloading is the issue? I thought he has business class fucking internet. What's the problem? Oh.
I've taken the time to download them over the course of those days. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. I like the idea, and I'm definitely going to find a way to implement it. I am. Team Terrorhawk says, would I wear a bulletproof or tactical vest? Someone offered to send me a tactical vest as a vest for the streams. I said yes. I absolutely would wear like a silly tactical vest. Not a real bulletproof vest, but like the tactical thing. Yes, that would be one that I would wear. It's silly as hell, but I would do it. Okay. Okay. News stories, because it's already 12:09. Oh my god, it's already 12:09. 3 news stories I want to talk about.
Okay, thank you to Ann Lee for not including those news stories. Fucking A. Okay, there was one more video we were going to do. We're not going to do it. I've held you guys for a very, very long time. And that night, I have to actually find the video anyway. Because I couldn't find it before the stream. So we will get to that another time. I don't know if I want to shoot for a third one. But if there is a possibility of a third stream later this week. If not, we'll pick up where we left off hopefully next week. That was a lot of fuckery. And even though the important part of that, ladies and gentlemen, was the fact that he bought the Xbox himself, it's how disrespectful he was about it. To sit there and say, I would have rather had the money for this Xbox instead of the actual Xbox is fucking amazing. And then to sit there and try to praise the Xbox as we go along because he realized the fault in his thinking, and to try to keep the herd together it's insane. It's absolutely insane that he could go through thinking that's the way to go. Fucking A. Anywho, Thank you guys for showing up. Very much appreciate it and whatnot. And we'll let you guys get up and out of here. I will see you guys for the next stream. Like I said, either it'll be later on in the week. I'm thinking about doing one more. Because there is a Hate Army. I want to go over the Hate Army video. Excuse me. Where his Xbox gets hacked. Where Phil's Xbox gets hacked. And if there is a shorter version of the actual Xbox unboxing, then we can go with that. If we can find like a short version. I know somebody has it, but for Christ's sake, like I said, I will let you guys go. Enjoy your day. Thank you guys for coming out. I very much appreciate it and whatnot. Big ups all around. Go out there, support your local detractors and whatnot. I wish all you guys well. And like I said, I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys when I see you. Take care of yourselves. Let me pick a song to play us out. Let's go with that one. I'll just use the same one I used earlier. Later, people.